Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John, and I approve this message.
I approve of that.
Let's get very clear. I don't avoid conflict because I'm scared of you. I avoid conflict because I'm scared of myself. My temper can go from 0 to death row really quick.
Oh yeah, just because. Here we go for all you kitty cat fans.
Jonathan, what? Hold on, I'm gonna John Cena your ass. Oh.
Yeah, some Cat Cena, baby.
Cat Cena, dearie me. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Yeah.
yes. Welcome to Digital Distraction. We are here. We are live. Just watched another episode of Andor.
Oh,
Loved
yeah.
it. Just found out that there's 12 episodes for this season and of the next one, so I'm ecstatic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we just found this out just prior to coming live. So
yeah, it shows how organized we are. But we were just discussing it and saying, that was a good episode. We enjoyed it again and just wanted to see how many more there were and if there was a second season. And yeah, we got something else to watch next week, which would be nice.
Yeah, I was starting to get worried because I didn't know, like the recent run of shows, they've had such short seasons that it's like, all right, 6 episodes and you're done. So I was kind of surprised that we were still going, but I was very happy. And then very happy to find out, we're going to keep going all the way to almost the end of November. So cheers.
Well,
man.
I mean, it's a definite. Oh yeah, it's a definite story arc, isn't it? So we're only going to have 2 seasons, but that'll lead up to the events of Rogue One and the way it's going at the moment. We've just been discussing. Perfectly happy with it, and if it doesn't go woke or stupid or anything, looking forward to it. It'll just be unfortunate. Oh yeah, it'll just be unfortunately that we have to wait. Like we have to wait for the next season of Mandalorian, and whenever Book of Boba Fett season 2 comes out. But in the meantime, we'll have to find something else to watch, I guess.
Well, if they do it right, you would think that, because I don't know, it's weird. You would think that we would be getting Mando 3 next, and then Boba
it's next year
after that. Yeah, I know, but it's weird because Boba debuted in December. I thought
it did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, so right. So it's not so like season 2 should be playing this December. There's no reason not to. There's no more pandemic.
I think they're showing other things like the Tales of the Jedi and stuff like that at the moment. So they're just trying to get us to watch the shit stuff in between the decent one offering that they do every season. So
yeah, there was something called Jedi Stories that popped up. I was like, yeah, I don't care.
I didn't click on it. I mean, I'm sort of vaguely, if I have time, I might click on it just to see what it is. But, it's not anything I've heard of, and I'm not really fascinated with watching it. I don't look forward to watching every week like I do Andor. So if one night I'm bored, not got nothing to do, I might go onto Disney Plus and check it out, an episode, and see what it's like. But if it's anything like some of the other stuff they've done, I won't enjoy it.
I didn't even know it just popped up after this played, and I was like, no,
I saw a trailer for it ages ago, but it just hasn't grabbed my attention. I mean, I remember the anime one they did, which was pants. Some of it was all right, the rest was pants. So I'm just thinking, well, I'm not really, not really interested. And after the Bad Batch, that's all like just taking my interest away, apart from the things I know that I'm going to enjoy. Which obviously Book of Boba Fett, The Mandalorian, and obviously Andor at the moment. So, oh well, at least we get one decent season every year.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, it's mad, isn't it? There's no choice at all anymore, is there? It's just literally we look forward to some point in the year with
a season.
Between 8 and 12 weeks, we get to watch something. Otherwise, no. You're watching old stuff or hoping that something else comes around that you might want to watch. It's bad.
Yeah.
It really is. It just makes no sense to me. But hey, it's modern television. You know,
Yeah, what can you
I did
really
say a little
do?
while ago, I think there are a few shows that might be in the pipeline that hopefully won't be too bad. And so there might be a little turn in,
Yeah.
you know, what we get to watch, but we'll see. I could be wrong. I have been before.
Well, I mean,
Is
it's a
what it
shot in
is.
the dark. I didn't think I wanted an Andor season. You know, I was like, nah,
I
that's
said
just
I
stupid.
wasn't bothered. Yeah, and I was wrong because I've really enjoyed it, you know, and want more. And I was wrong. Yeah, literally. I admit it right here, right now.
Okay.
Didn't think it was going to be my thing, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, I didn't think I needed it, right? Like after seeing the movie, then when I started watching the series, I was like, okay. I mean, right from the beginning, I started watching it, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, you know, and to where we are right now, I've enjoyed. The worst part is the damn week to week.
Mm.
You know, so we've got to wait 7 more days for the next episode. Like for me, that's the
Well,
worst part.
we got spoiled with 3 weeks, you know, for the first, was it 3 episodes in the first when it released? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got spoiled with that. So after we watched those 3 episodes, it was like, actually, I enjoyed this. I want more. So yeah, I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, that and a lot of the other platforms, like they just release a lot, like on Netflix, they'll be all of it, so you can watch. So like when Stranger Things hits, you can just sit down and watch it all in 6 hours or 10 hours or whatever it is, whatever your schedule is, because that seems to be what a lot of people do, and it has kind of ruined the week to week television stuff. Like, I mean, we used to have 24 episodes a damn season, though, growing up. Stuff like went on forever. So this new
Yeah.
6 seasons,
Yeah.
6, 8, 10, it was just weird. I'm actually happy that it's actually 12 episodes.
Yeah, I can't understand the binge watching thing. I've tried it a few times, but I get distracted easily, or you might just get bored. I used to do it back in the day. Christ, I used to watch the VTV series on VHS religiously every summer when I had a break from work. Battlestar Galactica. I come home every night and I put a couple of episodes of that on until I fell asleep. There's only certain things I can watch a few episodes of before I'm like, no, I've had enough. So
Rescue Me was one for me. That was the one we went week to week, and then the series would come out and you'd pick it up. And when I didn't have cable, I had it though because I bought the series digitally. So I was able to watch it right as it aired. So that was the closest I had to TV, TV for a while there, but that was cool. But yeah, other than that, anymore, there's not been anything week to week that I can even think of, with the exception of Stranger Things, and that's not week to week. That's they drop it. That's year to year. They drop the season and then you're done for a year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch a lot of TV anyway, so I don't keep up with it. Most of the stuff I watch, you recommend anyway. But it's changed the dynamic of TV now, though, hasn't it?
Because it has.
It's not like go and sit in front of it, look for your TV guide and find what you want to watch and give it a chance. You've got so much choice with streaming and that. You can just do it whenever you want. I mean, excuse me. I know people who do it in work. They shouldn't be, but they do it. So.
Oh, dude, I'd spend more time listening to shows probably if I was still working, than even watching them. But yeah. Because the descriptive, it's always I enjoy sometimes listening to the descriptive audio and then watch it that way, because to see the differences from what they're telling me on what's on screen, especially if I'm over here doing something and I've already seen it, so I visually have seen it myself. What's up, Chris Fisk? But yeah, that's that. Yeah, the dynamics have changed for TV and everything, man. It's like you don't really need TV. It has became the app war, if you will. I still think that the Hulu, NFL, and ESPN, Disney package is one of the better combos, just because if that's what the kind of stuff you're into. But yeah, it's literally one of those. When it comes to the ones I have, I got the Peacock one. I tried Paramount Plus, but there really wasn't anything to watch on there. And then the Kevin Yellowstone Stone series came out. And a lot of people liked it. Well, hell, that's on Peacock now. So I don't even need Paramount Plus. I just got to wait till Paramount drops it. Then it goes to fucking Peacock. I was like, oh, well, because I think it's done now. That was like a Paramount Plus exclusive. And then now they're going to do like a prequel or some shit. Because I remember the men's room talking about that a while back. But it's just the way TV watching and whatnot's changed. Like I said, this is the worst right now because literally we can only watch an episode a week, because that's how they're dropping it. And I am happy that we get 12. The prison scenes and stuff in this today, man. I just love how you're going to work for 12 hours and be off for 12 hours, but you're going to be locked in a cubicle the majority of your time off after. It looked like a delousing, not a shower scene.
I think it was a steam sort of shower. I don't think it was delousing because it's so clinical in there that I don't think there's anything. You'd see a bug crawling around in that place. So it's more like a steam bath sort of thing, I think. Saving water, only giving them the basics. They get food, they get taste with the food if they do well. And they just seem to get water. So it's enough to keep them going. Maybe that prison system should be brought in a bit more often, and then people wouldn't reoffend. Just saying.
Well, the old chain gangs where they'd have them out there fixing cities and shit.
Yeah, get them working. Yeah, building whatever they're building at the moment. It's that mystery thing that they're building for the Empire. I said to you earlier, it's like Deep Space Nine with the self-sealing stem bolts. Don't know what it is, but it has a purpose. So,
they can add said purpose later, if ever, even if ever.
Yeah, hi, gents.
Yeah, that little Weasley fucker, though, right from the get-go, the guy that got pissed off and got shit on, even though he solved the mystery in 2 days, that guy, the little Weasley guy, I did enjoy his performance today. More so, I think, than in any of the other episodes that he's been in.
Yeah, I mean, the Carson guy, yeah. He's difficult because 1 minute he's got like drive and ambition, and he'll even stand up to someone, and then the next time it just looks like he's about to piss his pants. I don't understand his character. I think he believes that he's a great person and that he's going to do great things. I think he's going to come a right cropper, but we'll see how his arc goes.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just interesting though that we're where we're at. And he's still in the story, but it's a good part. Like again, there's story here. That's what's driving me nuts because I wasn't expecting this to have. This episode had so much in it.
Well, it did. I mean, Coruscant again, the prison.
He's in a work. He's been locked up for basically not the crime that he did, but he's been locked up for just kind of going to get food.
I know.
He should have just stayed in the shower, eh?
Well, all I'm wondering is that box going to be there if he ever gets released? I don't know if he'd ever go back, but that's got all his money in and everything else. So, that's just a little way my brain works. And it had Saw Gerrera in it. I mean, come on. And he's doing his little cave thing as he likes to do. He had a lot in it this episode.
It did, between the ambitions of the Coruscant guy, which then turns into the ambitions of the SO chick, who then goes in front of all her bosses. And it's just really awesome to see it. I didn't really ever think I needed this, but to actually see it done proper, man, I've been enjoying it too much.
I told you I like the back, not the back side of it, but the back office stuff. I love it. It's showing you how all the bureaucracy and how everything works behind the scenes. It's not just all stormtroopers and lightsabers. So,
I asked back behind scenes, like, I was noticing Mothra's husband was paying more attention to her, the husband side, like kind of,
you
what's
said,
she doing?
yeah.
Am I going to be losing? You know, and you had mentioned, yeah, you caught that too. And I was like, because at first it was just like she was just the model wife, like he was showing her off as a bit. And then, like, when they said that they were already married at 15 or 14 or what, they'd already been married age 16
before they even traveled.
Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, you know.
Which
so I
is
was like, okay, that explains that bunch of shit right away with, you know, how they are, they just don't fit.
well, it's arranged. It's an arranged marriage,
it's
isn't
arranged
it?
marriage.
So, you know, but he was supposed to be a dashing person in his youth, and now he's turned into what I call a fop. So he's just lounging around all day and baking in the success of her and what she does. And none of them appreciate it. Even the bloody daughter doesn't appreciate it. You know, she's a bit of a
Snot.
shit. Yeah. Well, yeah. She's either going to dob her mum in or she's going to help her with her, I believe, in that character. So
yeah.
It'll
be interesting to see where that goes. And I mean, again, we know this is only a 24 episode series, complete, done. You know, they've already said it's only 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, I think, because like I said, if this continues in the direction it's going, that it's making sense, it's building more and more up to the characters. Because like I said, a couple episodes back, I went right back to watching Rogue One. And already from what we had seen, explained more of the opening of Rogue One with Andor in it than when I watched it with the knowledge I have. Like watching it originally, it's just like, oh, okay, whatever. But now you have more feeling when because of the shit you've seen him put up with.
Yeah, I would still say watch season 2 when he actually does become. I mean, I wouldn't call him a rebel. I'd call him more of an assassin or something. That's what he ends up being. So I'd watch more of the second season, then watch Rogue One again, and then you get more feel for the character. You know, I mean, he's had a pretty shitty life, to be perfectly honest. You know, technically abducted when he was a kid, and you know, separated from his sister. We didn't know that
when we saw Rogue One. So when they tied that in, like I said, when we got, even before they actually did the heist, you know, it was before that. I ended up auto playing. And we got done watching it. It was right before the heist episode, and I was like, "Man, that just makes more sense now." What I've watched in the show to the movie, it already built that much more on the character from when I originally watched it. Didn't even think about it. And I was just like, "Man, that's kind of cool." To me, they're doing it right. They're not doing it backwards and pussifying the character. They're actually strengthening it with whether that was the original storyline for the movie, as we said, or not. We know there were changes made, but either way, if they can pull this off, to me, if both series stay true, and then we've got the movie, man, if they do that right, like I said, that's the best thing they've ever pulled off, because it'll be a series that's complete with a movie that go hand in hand, giggity. And I'm happy about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of those I'm kind of excited.
Definitely.
You know,
Excuse me.
I want to see good again. I don't want the crap. I want to see good stuff. I want to get excited about movies coming up. Like I was telling you, the new Ant-Man trailer, I just caught that, and I liked the first Ant-Man movie. The second one was okay, and then I saw this one, and I'll watch it when it comes to Disney Plus. I'm not going to go to a theater and see it because I don't like it that much. But Doctor Strange, I did. I really enjoyed the first movie. And I enjoyed the second one. And again, like when the third one comes, I'll go see that one in the theater. But then again, that's it though. Like I went and saw it the one time. And then 6 weeks later it was on Disney Plus.
Yeah. We were just discussing this earlier as well. I mean, it's a shame that it's once a year, one season of something we can enjoy on Disney. And where the rest is bit of tat, and you might watch some of the older stuff again. It's, I mean, I said a few weeks ago, I was hoping that TV would start turning around because looks like there's some promising stuff coming up, and it might not have the messages that it's had in the past. And even if it does have a certain amount of message, it's going to be not as in your face, so you can try to enjoy the show. But yeah, I think Disney might be losing that in translation, to be perfectly honest, because we haven't got Mandalorian until next year. Don't even know when Book of Boba Fett's coming out. and this one will probably be the year after second season of Andor. So we're going to have few and far between for Star Wars for a while. So,
Well, I mean,
I
they
don't know.
produce the Lego stuff, which I mean, some of that can be humorous. If you enjoy, I mean, I enjoy some of it, but when they redid the Christmas special and it was with the newer characters, that's how I knew they didn't give a fuck. Like Disney didn't care. They didn't care that they didn't make money and that people
No,
didn't buy
it's
the shit.
money
They
for
didn't
new
care.
toys.
Yep.
You know, they're not interested in releasing like a retro line from the old Christmas special. Then next year, maybe doing it with those new shitty characters. They're just interested in pushing what they fucked up on. No, everyone remember, no, this is good. This is good. Look, we'll do it as if, it's proper Star Wars. And then expected mummies and daddies to go out and buy all the shit for it. It's flogging a dead horse. That just seems to be the way that these execs are, because they don't understand the product or the people that want the product. They're just literally hoofing this stuff out, hoping that enough of it sticks that people will buy it.
The only good part of Endgame was if that's how they're going to kill the Avengers, and then like they've been tanking this everything since, I was okay with it. I hated Endgame. I hated the movie before Endgame. Civil War was okay of a movie. It was a better Black Panther movie than Black Panther the movie, in my opinion. But really, Winter Soldier was like the last good Marvel movie that I felt they made. I wasn't a big fan of the way that they did the Infinity Stones and shit. And I mean, I've watched all the series. They didn't bother me. I did not watch She-Hulk though. I had absolutely no intention of watching it after I saw the trailer. I was like, hell no. That is not the She-Hulk I remember from the cartoons or the comics from the 80s. They can go fuck themselves. I'm not even going to bother watching that.
You know me, I'm not a Marvel fan. I'd watch Punisher. I like certain things, but I just haven't seen any of the films. I've seen the Iron Mans and the Guardian, the Galaxy one, and
the Daredevil series on Netflix was pretty good. That was a good one. And then we got William the as Kingpin, and it was really good. That I enjoyed. And now that's on Disney Plus. It used to be on Netflix, but now the Netflix shows are on Disney Plus.
All right, so I could watch it there one day, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a pretty good one, the Daredevil series, because it's 3 seasons. By the second season, you get Frank Castle in it, and then the third one, you get more.
It's not like the film, is it? Is it like the film or not?
It's more like the series. No, it's not like the Daredevil film. No.
That's fine then. Yeah, that's one my ex-wife made me watch once. Never again. Seemed to be the thing back in those days. I liked the Kingpin character in the film. Is it the guy from the Green Mile? Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan, that's it. Yeah. I liked him. And that was about it. It's pretty much all I remember. And it had that that Irish actor. His bloody name now. He was in the remake of Total Recall and things like that. Oh God.
Well, that twerking was horrible, dude. That was awful. That's all I've seen. And that shit was all. Yeah, I know. I made you watch. I say, hey, man, look at this. I was like, this is how they did it. I was like, you could have literally taken a female bodybuilder, and if you're going to do it, at least do it that way. Instead of giving her the Sir Mix-a-Lot baby got back ass. I mean,
yeah, Colin Farrell. That's right, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah,
it was on the tip of my Google search. Yeah, that was enough for me. It just didn't look right. Looked unproportioned, and as I said, because I don't have a lot of interest in that sort of stuff, I wouldn't have just sat down and watched it anyway. And I don't hate watch stuff, not anymore. I used to like the old Spider-Man and that back in the day, and the Hulk. The old TV show. I loved that as a kid. I used to watch it all the time. But then again, I used to like the old Superman and things like that, the serials then. So it's just the way they do it nowadays.
Yeah, even we had Lois and Clark, man. We had
Oh, I'm talking further back than that. I'm talking about the 40s,
yeah,
50s one. Yeah. I've seen even some of the old Batman ones. Christ,
Yep.
those are the days.
And but
Flash.
then they launched, exactly, Dean Cain as Superman. I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
but it was an all right series. It's like, okay, The Flash was a pretty good series.
Well, no, Flash Gordon and
90s.
Buck Rogers was more my thing of the old
Yeah.
black and white serials. I used to prefer those. A bit more my sci-fi tastes. That's pretty much what I prefer anyway. If it's not good Western or war film, I like my sci-fi stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I just never really got into the superhero thing. Even though my mum made me a nice Batman cape out of a Macintosh when I was a kid, and I'd never take it off, apparently. But no, it was great. It looked like the Burt Ward, Adam West ones. It was perfect. Some great sewing she did on that. But I wouldn't take it off, and I had some welly boots and set of pajamas, tight pajamas, and one of those S belts. And she'd have to wait for me to fall asleep to take it off to wash it. That's what I heard.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they
Jans.
used to make costumes and stuff. What's up, Jans? How you doing, buddy?
Oh yeah, we couldn't buy them in the shop. Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah,
get them in the shop.
they made the costumes back in the day, man.
You'd
That
be
was the
lucky
greatest
to get
thing.
one of those like little plastic that breaks all the time masks.
Yeah.
And they'd only be around for Halloween. And sometimes you might buy a costume set which had a belt and maybe a little crappy radio which had nothing to do with the TV show and a mask. That's that would cost a fortune just to get that. So,
yeah.
Those were the days. How are you, Jens? Anyway, you all right?
Yeah. Pretty good. I was enjoying the conversation and that. Like, glad you dropped the link and that sort of thing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
come on.
Yeah, you remembered this week.
Yeah, it's one of those, it's just sinus headaches, weather's changing, body's aching. I spent like the last couple of days that it was nice doing yard work nonstop. And then I even did a bonfire video just because for a while I was burning shit. Because I'm like, well, I got all this done. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to be here for an hour plus. Might as well film it. So just went live and, just that kind of stuff. And then, it's like, it's 9 degrees Celsius here, but it feels like 6 with the wind. And it's raining. So, it's not the warmest right now.
Well, it is nearly autumn. We got Halloween on Monday, and then we got bonfire night over in this part of the country in a week's time after that. And so the seasons change. I like the autumn. I always like the change of color and the brisker mornings.
Well, we just had 3 days in the 70s, and I enjoyed it from being in like the 50s, and now we're back into the 40s. So it's like, yeah, that was a nice little couple of days thing. Like I told you, I was going to hurry up and do pre-work. Oh, there's even more leaves down now. So there were barely any leaves down. Now about half of them have fallen from when I started. So all the shit I did, at least that area I'll be able to get with 1 tank of gas with the leaf blower.
Yeah.
And then I'll be right back to where I was, midway through where the leaves are all in the middle of the yard and I got to blow it from one end to the other. But giggity. I said blow.
I don't know why you just don't blow them towards all the trees again, because there must be so many trees.
If they did leaf pickup, I blow that shit right out to the yard or right out to the concrete. But then there'd be no fucking road. It'd be like 6 feet of leaves.
6 foot under of leaves. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But, you've got all those trees next to the next property, so I would just literally just blow them that way. And if someone went in their garden, sod it. That'd be the way. I don't actually do leaves here. I just leave them. I'm not a picking up the leaf kind of guy.
See, I like leaving them there because then you don't have to worry about mowing. It kills the grass, and then you don't have to fucking mow.
I don't have grass anyway. Most of it's moss.
I've push mowed this property before, and it took like 4 hours almost to get the whole property done.
I remember a few years ago you were doing it while you were chatting to us, and it was like hours, and it's like, you can have a break or what? You're just literally carrying on, and you're burning, and we're chatting, and it took you ages. but not because it took you ages. Just that it was a large amount to do. Yeah, I remember that. Christ.
Yeah.
Sod that.
That's the best part of like me doing all this stuff is being able to go out and burn it. Especially you've been with me in the middle of winter where there's snow all around me, but I've got a roaring bonfire out in the box because I've got all this yard shit to burn.
Yeah, but I'm there talking to you.
Buckets and take it to the garage and just let it dry out, and then that way I can add it in the wintertime and have those.
Oh, absolutely. But I feel guilty because I'm talking to you, and I feel like, well, I should come round and help. I know it's a long way to go, but no, I did. When you were doing it, it's like I'm not doing anything. I'm just sat down watching you do all this yard work and just chatting. I feel so guilty. I got over it. I still slept.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, it's keeping me entertained. We were having great conversation while I was doing it, and again, it's just part of living where I live. We have 4 seasons here.
So, yeah, I had Rocky IV theme tune going through my head.
Theme tunes.
Yeah, the training. Where you see Adam with the? Because I said. It was like Rocky IV, but with leaves. Because in Rocky IV, he did it with snow. Where Adam was like, yeah. Well, Adam's not fucking Rocky, is he? He's building himself up there, so he's doing it with leaves instead of snow.
Yeah, they say you should be outside working. Well, fuck, I've been doing that for years. It's the one consistent thing I have. There's always going to be maple leaves falling, baby, and they're huge.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was expecting to see you like sawing one in half, like in Rocky IV, in the snow, but obviously it wasn't snow. But...
Yeah, in the snow I didn't do it, but I did do it the last 4th of July. I took the tree limb and whacked it in half with an axe, and then after that I said, "Fuck this!" and went and got chainsaws. It was like, "Yep, I'm going back. I'm doing it." It's like, it's like 40. I was 46, 45 at the time, 46. Now I'm 47. It's like I the first day I went, I just grabbed the rakes because it was the concrete and stuff for the second driveway. So that was a breeze. I knocked that out and I got like a little section of the yard done. So I got 1/4 of the leaves done. And the next day I was like, nah, fuck this. Went, got gas, got the leaf blower and started using the leaf blower, and I got half the yard done. And I'm like, okay, there we go. I was like, it would have taken me at least another 2 days of raking. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. So, yeah. But, yeah, the greatest part was everything's wet now, but I knew it was going to do this. So I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and burn what I got here. It'll go for quite a few hours, and it did. So I got to have that nice, bonfire going and film some of it and just relax after a hard day's work.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like, you should get a little spit going.
Simon Pegg didn't get a spit going, but he was relaxing in his car. Cause I did a video about it. Don't know if anyone's seen it, but
not yet.
It's very funny. Simon Pegg claimed that he loved She-Hulk and thinks it's the greatest thing since Blazing Saddles.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, you could see, right? I did it like on my video where I showed it the like Twitter or Facebook post he put up with it, and you can see in his face he knows that he's shilling, but he's been told, look, you fucking go out there and fucking tell everyone like Kevin Smith that it's the greatest thing you've ever seen. Because he started like claiming really ridiculous things like, "Oh yeah, it's the greatest thing since Endgame. It's hilarious. It's the funniest thing ever. It was just as good as fucking Blazing Saddles." That's when it was like, "Oh."
I really find that hard to believe. And when's the last time he was relevant?
Oh well. He's still does all right, sort of thing, doesn't he? Because I think he's
he's done films to make a lot of money, and he's over there now.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles and Endgame are 2 totally different movie genres.
No, yeah, but this is the thing. Anyone who doesn't know much about how the game's played in Hollywood and how the powers that be control them might think, "Oh yeah, well, Simon Pegg, he likes fucking She-Hulk." But when you know this shit like I do, you can see that he's been told, look, you need to promote She-Hulk because if you don't start promoting soy shit that we fucking tell you to, then you're not going to star in any movies. So he's like, all right then, yeah, okay, I'll do a quick 40-second. Hey everybody, it's me, Simon Pegg. Just to tell you I love She-Hulk.
The only thing is, that's just one person's opinion. I know he's shilling, but who cares? I don't lead my life over what one person says. I'm not married anymore. So
No, I just found it really funny. I just found it so fucking hilarious.
I will watch it, but I just, when a shill's a shill. I mean, Christ. I found this new product and it's fantastic and I use it all the time. No, you don't. You probably don't even have one in your house. Piss off.
Well, if anyone fucking takes fucking note of someone else and watches it just because they say it's good, like if you check it out because someone says it's good, that's one thing. But if you're watching something that you think's good just because someone else thinks it's good, then you're a fucking masochist sheeple.
Yeah, you're a follower, not a leader, baby.
Oh yeah.
No.
Lemmings to the sea, baby.
Yeah.
I think that, since COVID and everything, everyone's been shown just how thick these Hollywood people are and how it's not worth taking anything they say with anything less than a pinch of salt. There's a few with their heads screwed on, but very few, and they don't tend to get much of a voice.
I've just never understood worshiping these motherfuckers. They're just fucking people that are
worship what? I mean, they shit just like us. They fart just like us. They eat.
I mean, I'm excited. You guys know I'm excited to get to meet Lou Ferrigno. But that's just because he was the Hulk and, and then, of course, the bodybuilding and all the stuff he did, too.
But he's a genuine person as well.
I don't live my fucking life because it's Lou fucking Ferrigno.
Well, no, but he is a genuine person as well.
Yeah, but some people are really sad. Like, in Cable Guy, Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey's character was supposed to be like a desperate loner that hasn't got any life experience apart from what he's seen on TV. And there's some people who are that sad and got no really fucking other fucking form of entertainment. They're watching that. They gain some kind of friendship and relationship with them, even though they've never met them. And so there's some people where, like with Elvis was a big one, where back in, obviously nowadays, people fucking, but there used to be like back in the 70s where if you said, oh yeah, anything about Elvis, they'd kick right off. Even if it was somewhat like, oh yeah, well he did get a bit fat on his Vegas sort of tour. Like, no, you'll be
Like, you mean cultists? Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be, but that's, and the powers that be love it, the fact that they've got fucking daft silly cunts who like Kevin Smith said fucking The Last Jedi was a great film, so it must be a great film because Kevin Smith won't say it was not a great film.
Right.
I think they've got more to worry about from damaging their careers nowadays because there's so many outlets for things compared to just TV, radio, and papers like they used to be, that if they're going to do this and make themselves look like a complete idiot, as these people have done, they're going to lose all credibility. So if they did say anything with common sense in the future, no one would listen. It's like crying wolf.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the mentality of shilling, or just come out and say, I'm being paid for this advertisement and I think it's a good product. Shill.
Yeah. But the thing is it's that constant drip effect in it. It's very it's like just keep on fucking giving them shit that sooner or later
some of it will stick.
Yeah, or they will just fucking go with it because they're sick and tired of trying to fight it.
Well, I said that earlier about the TV. There's there's so little choice that they'll just throw it at you until you turn and go, well, I'll just sit down and watch this then, and then you'll just end up watching several seasons of it, and you'll turn into a mindless cretin like the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it depends what you're watching.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like some of it's quite educational, but they do have the problem of there is so much entertainment out there nowadays. Because
I said that as
nowadays,
well.
yeah, 30, 40 years ago, there was films out there, but there was hard to get and that,
Mm.
and so you would watch like
Yeah.
new things. And
Well, we
that.
used to only have 3 channels, remember? And then Channel
Yeah.
4 came along.
Yeah,
then
we had
Channel
3
5.
channels. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. P.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy.
Hey guys.
Yeah, till satellite and, streaming and everything. We had
Yeah,
very little
yeah.
choice.
I
And
know.
the TV
Actually,
station.
no, we had 4 channels. We had 3 major stations, and then we had ABC.
I don't know who your Australian Broadcasting Corporation are like, so I guess they're rubbish. But they would stop at like midnight.
The ABC was the same as BBC. It's like
so they were crap. Yeah,
So,
and
yeah,
then
it was-
you
the
didn't have
ABC
any
was not
choice.
so much like a. They'd show the documentaries and all that shit.
Oh, they don't sound that bad. I like
Now,
Yeah,
now it's what SBS, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but they'd kick you off. Like midnight, they'd stop showing the programs, and it would just be static.
No,
so
yes, that's right. Because it's like and you'd get that test screen in the middle of the night.
yeah, and it wouldn't start till like 7 in the morning when you get the news, and that was literally what we had for years.
Yeah.
And then they started to make the programs last. If you had a real treat, they'd make the program last till 12:30 or something like that. Because it's running on.
I know when I was going. I know when I was going to university at that stage, I'd actually stay up all night, and the last thing I'd watch would be the American Today show, and then you get the test screen. So then I'd go to sleep.
Yeah. I mean, my dad used to leave the TV on. I used to walk downstairs, get a glass of water, or whatever, and just see it static.
Unless they used to do that fucking annoying.
Well, that was like wake people up. Yeah, just wake you up. You turn the bloody TV off to save energy. I mean, we used to have a TV. You put money in to watch it. You turn the, it's a radio rentals. You turn the dial, put the money in, and you could watch it for a bit longer.
I could never understand about English TV because I mean, like, when we were flying back from America, I was only like about 10, 11. And we were flying back to America, but we stopped over in England, and we stayed with our cousins and that. Yeah, they had like a coin box on the fucking back of the TV.
I know. Work that out. Radio rentals. You could rent washing machines that did the same things, and then a guy would come every month, I think it was, or every 2 weeks. He'd come and empty it, take the money away, and then you'd carry on. It was a pain in the ass if you filled it, and obviously you couldn't turn it because you couldn't watch TV. But
but there was that where the did it where if you, because you'd have to like have enough money for your rental, but then if there was anything extra, you could get stuff from them like catalogs and all that shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we had the TV. I think we had a washer dryer, one of those things that just jumps across the floor. And then you have to grab hold of it to stop it from knocking the door.
Now,
We didn't have a washing machine, but we owned that. We got that from. We were so proud when we had that.
Well, the problem with them meters though,
is
if it was a 50p, or then they changed to a pound meter.
Yeah, no,
you had to have the right coin.
Yeah, we used to pay 50p's, but we stopped then. We got our own TV eventually. So yeah, we stopped at 50p's. Yeah, but we had a gas meter for years that was 50p.
You have to pay for a TV license now or something?
Yeah, you still got to pay for TV license as well.
Even the because they used to do it free for the pensioners, but now I think even the
they're going to stop that, aren't they? Yeah. The one thing I don't understand is that the blinds get theirs for free, but what do they want the TV for anyway? I've never got that one.
Well, they can listen to it, can't they?
They listen to it.
That's what radios are for. Well, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, so they will stop it for the elderly. I think that's disgusting because they paid for it for God knows how many decades, and now they're going to turn around and take that away from them as well.
And plus, they rebuilt the cities.
Cities.
Well, what I mean is like after the war, that those people were around. So.
Oh, you mean Well, not as many now. That He-Man one was quite disturbing. Yeah.
I mean, there's not. It's always cat anus. Always. I mean, it never
Yeah,
is.
the problem
It's always a cat anus in your face.
Yeah. Stop spraying me.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's
That's
just
quite
like-
duty. Chewing gum.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was hilarious. It's like, you know what? This is pretty funny stuff. There we go. Make it a little better.
That's a pretty big blob of bubble gum there.
You wouldn't want to see the guy that spat that out, would you?
That's a huge pile of bubble gum. You know? Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, here we go. You bastard! He's fucking dropping on the you little shit.
Well,
Fucking
remember
Stormtrooper.
that
No.
they can't see to shoot either. So
Yeah, that's a comment on their aiming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very accurate. I mean, you know.
Being really
Well,
fucking
it could be it could be that the lenses in the Stormtrooper helmet are not quite accurate lenses,
Right.
so they can't
Not to
see.
mention you got the two suns, you know, and it's just
Yeah.
you know he's not got the right reflective lenses for the
Oh,
sunlight.
stop making excuses for the Stormtrooper. He's just being a tight bastard. I think
Yeah.
I've seen that one before.
Yeah, there's a way of cooking your waffles that are Death Stars, Death Star pancakes.
Yeah. Would he not cut through the pan though?
I know, right? Well, that's why it's not on it though. It's just
I'm sorry, I'm just being obvious. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a good
that's-
one.
yeah, you know, yeah, that's you know,
I never really got into Thundercats. You know, I did watch it, but
I saw it a little bit, but yeah, it wasn't. I think my brother.
oh, that's duty. That is duty.
Okay,
like
that
that one.
that's a good
Yeah,
one.
Thundercats is probably had one of the best intro musics on it.
Yeah, I just never really got it. Just didn't do. I must have been getting older at that point. Oh, that's good.
Oh,
that is a good one. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
I never
not
really
good,
got
man.
into Futurama. I did watch it a fair bit, but there was someone else. Oh, dear.
That would be an interesting matchup. Edward Scissorhands against Freddy Krueger.
I like
Yeah,
the fact that it was a Swiss Army knife, so
Yeah,
it had
yeah.
a little bit of everything. Alien versus
There's a
Predator.
very Alien and Predator vibe going on
Yeah.
in these ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, DJD. Winnie the Pooh getting abducted.
What's up, TJ? Yeah, just some of the shit on Facebook, man. Like I said.
Oh, that's fun.
Leave it to the Simpsons to explain it to you.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
talented person there doing these.
The human centipede. Yeah.
That looks about right. I like this. This looks about right. Yeah. All the things you never thought about using your lightsaber for.
I know
right?
that's a good idea. Actually, that's a time saving. Just don't cut your fingers off.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought that a lightsaber would be great for pruning the garden. Yeah.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I mean, just watch out for things like fences and stuff like that, basically. Because yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. That's right.
Cool.
The real use for the droid. To
Well,
get
there's
the
a
last
lot of choice
popsicle.
in these pictures. I like it. I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's one person who's done all these.
Yeah, it was the thing on Facebook.
Oh, I just saw the head.
Uh-huh.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And then yeah,
And
back
there we
to the
go.
beginning. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was one of the ones that just kind of popped up, and I was like, hey, that looks kind of fun. So you
That
know,
was
why
funny.
not?
That was good. Yeah. Bravo to that person. Very talented. I do like that.
Lighting a cigarette. He's lighting a cigarette.
Hey, Fedorable. Yeah, man. Who doesn't want to see Skeletor taking a massive dump?
Oh yeah, with his skinny little legs.
Did I just say that out loud? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
I just read what Jet Sparks put down. Yes, he was being abducted by aliens. He was near the Great Wall of China. Don't know if we're allowed to say his name on that. I can't pronounce it anyway.
I know what you mean. It's like, Winnie the Pooh is linked to a Chinese leader. Yeah.
One hung low.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
our
don't say his
glorious,
name,
our
you
glorious world leader, who is resides in China.
Hey, DJ.
Yeah, you're allowed to say Winnie the Pooh's name. You're just not allowed to
Hey.
being.
Exactly.
You all right?
Well, you can do though. That's only in China where you get a good beating, probably.
Yeah, you would.
Won't
Yeah.
be long before they take over everywhere and you get a good beating everywhere. But
Yes.
made in
So,
China.
Not if you're
Basically what
masculine.
we
we
will be
just
getting
watched
good
in
beating
Andor,
everywhere
bro.
soon enough.
Mhm.
Not if
they've
you're
actually-
masculine, you won't.
they've actually
They'll only come after the soy bitches first.
Yeah, I wondered how
actually-
long it's going to take for him to say that.
They actually caught
Well,
they
they won't
caught
do,
6
won't they?
people in America.
No, but-
and they were trying to get to rope people back into.
Yeah, but if you ever
China.
notice, tyrannical regimes, they go after the soy cunts first because they know, oh yeah, we'll take them bitches out because they're going to give up really easy, and most of them fucking will go be informants for them.
No,
Oh
but
yeah, he got taken out, didn't he? Yeah, they just literally
Yeah.
carried him away. It's like, thanks for all you've done. We were going to give you a clock, but we're actually going to just take you outside and shoot you.
Yep.
It's the Chinese way.
Yes, it's what it felt like when it happened.
Yeah, well, that's as bad as fucking North Korea, you know. And what's his face?
Yeah, when he took over, he killed all his friends.
Yeah, but he puts them in front
family.
of things like anti-aircraft guns. I mean, if you're going to go next level to, you know, execute someone, a mortar or a bloody anti-aircraft gun's a little bit excessive, you know.
Yes.
Just saying. And messy. I know he doesn't have to clean up after it, but it's a little bit messy.
A little bit.
Hang on. Do you guys get to play with mortars?
No, he does.
Sometimes
We don't even get Nerf guns.
Wow, you don't get Nerf guns? That reminds me.
No, we do get
that,
Nerf guns, but they were actually trying to ban them in Australia.
They
They're
would.
trying to ban Nerf guns. The biggest
Yes.
looking.
I never thought Australia would get to the point it's currently at. Fucking A, the last couple of prime ministers.
Really?
My word.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was told they had their
Think
heads screwed
America
on.
would be where it's at right now because I didn't.
Well, no, but you know, Australians
Yeah.
normally have their heads screwed on most of the time, so
Well,
you think
I
they
was
just
like,
trying to
yeah.
say piss off.
But they're,
Yeah,
they're actually talking about
Take care,
getting rid of
Chris.
Nerf
Later,
guns.
Chris.
You can't have pellet guns. You can't have what's it
You
called?
live in a country
Gel-
full of
gel
deadly
blasters. You can't have a
wildlife.
gel blaster.
Yeah, but,
But you can.
Nerf guns
Guns
will
there.
be too masculine, won't they? You know,
Yeah, but you
Nerf
can
guns-
buy a crossbow, but you can't have bolts.
And you don't have
Um,
freedom of speech. I mean, you already live in a commie-ran country, so.
But,
you know, it's
But
not-
the one
it's not
thing you
much
can do
difference for
is you can actually buy an arrow, a bow and arrow. You can have a compound bow and arrow.
Well, yeah,
They're
because they're
having a
bloody
problem with
hard to use. So it's not like you can go off and with 600 rounds of arrows and shoot them off in like 10 minutes. So yeah, I guess.
So
But,
if you had a 3D printed Switch, you might be able to do it.
Yep.
well, make a repeating one. Yeah, that'd be a bloody big thing, though, wouldn't it? I just can't understand.
Yes,
You live,
it
in a,
would.
you live in a country of all those bloody animals and spiders and things like that, and you can't have.
Oh
pellet
no,
guns.
Too masculine.
That's the problem. The animals aren't the problem. It's the people.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I
want to
think, right.
demasculate fucking men, don't they? And so guns are very masculine. Have you ever seen it? Right, I once saw this kid, right, like he was about 4 or 5, and he was saying to his mum, "Oh, can I have a gun and that, like a toy gun and that?" And she was like, "No, no, you can't." And like you could tell she'd been told, "Oh, don't let your kids play with guns because it'll turn them like into like rather a soldier or a gangster. Either way, they're going to be in gun violence." And so I was like, "Oh no." So they want to get rid of guns. They probably want to get rid of action men, or what we call them action men. You call them GI Joes, but they'll probably want to get rid of GI Joes next.
Yeah, but I can tell you, like you know, cork guns, like pop guns.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
spud guns.
Potato guns.
They were banned over 30 years ago. Yeah.
I mean, you know, people don't wear glasses with those, do they? So I can see how they're a bit dangerous. But I used to have a gat gun, which fires darts, corks, little pellets. You know, and when you shoot someone with it, it doesn't hurt that much because trust me, I have shot people with it. So.
But no, the pop guns, the cork had a string attached to it.
Oh, those,
it could only go like 2 feet.
They were. Yeah, you used to get the Western rifles, and then you just go pop. Yeah. Well, I used to have a little. It was the plastic BBs before airsoft was like a thing, but it was shaped like an SLR. So it was like the British assault rifle. It was smaller because it was a kid's gun, but you pull back the you pull back the
slide
charging handle, and it had the magazine. It had the rounds in. You could, it's a great little thing, and they used to spit out as well. I mean, that was way before airsoft came into things, but. Yeah, you used to be able to get loads of lovely dangerous toys when you were a kid. So no one could get dangerous toys anymore. That's a bummer.
No, you can, but I think you have to be over 18.
Depends on the country.
Oh, so you can't have those little rockets
in America
that fly in your eye.
Or older, I think.
Well, no, in the UK, I've seen loads of them like little bow and arrow sets and little plastic gun sets.
I don't really look, so I don't really notice. But
yeah,
little sticker things. Little plungers.
Sticker things.
They
used to have the arrowhead on
with
it,
the suction cups on the end. You know?
They used to have an arrowhead on them. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, in America, at least, yeah. Adam knows what I'm talking about, so yeah.
I only remember
they were made of plastic, but still, those things hurt.
God, I can imagine. No, I remember those little things that used to lick them and they stick to the windows, and you take it off, lick it again, and think, maybe I shouldn't have lit that because the window was dirty. Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, I used to enjoy those.
And you
used to break the bow after 5 minutes, but you know.
Plus you left your spit all over the window.
There was that, but I used to clean the window a bit, little clean spots, from wherever I'd hit the window. Yeah, didn't stick to pets, strangely enough.
Just needed super glue.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't allowed to super glue.
I was going to add the super glue line.
Or use the ones that you used.
I actually did put super glue at the tip of one.
I'm with DJ. It's like how often did I apply super glue to
Would it stick though?
Plastic
because
bows and arrows.
Yeah, it definitely stuck. And the problem
was because that's that soft plastic, but it's hard to glue that.
I broke the arrow.
Hello, Jet Sparks. I don't think I met you yet.
What's up?
How's it going?
Oh, just talking.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Reminiscing about toys at the moment, obviously.
Yeah, Australia actually banned Nerf guns. Are you kidding me?
No, we didn't ban them, but they tried to ban them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you won't believe it. I know,
banned.
but
all right.
Oh, well, it's kind of ironic that literally, one of the later seasons. I know Power Rangers is still going, but since they're owned by Hasbro now, they actually did like a damn Nerf. They actually did a thing that's like a crazy promotion. It was like a bit of a promotion for Nerf guns. So I mean, again, Power Rangers is filmed slightly.
But the reason why they tried to ban the Nerf guns is because the Nerf gun can be adapted to fire the gel blaster bullets, and a gel blaster is illegal. So it's not illegal in all of Australia, but most of Australia. And you know that the gel blaster just fires pellets of gel.
And water, that's all it is. I mean, heck, I saw like a off-brand one at my local Walmart.
But what happened? What happened was a guy actually adapted a Nerf gun to fire a gel blaster pellet, And when the government saw that, they tried to ban the Nerf guns.
But I assume these gel blast pellet things aren't that dangerous in themselves.
Yeah, they are. They just like
It's
they're just like lesser danger. They're like little tiny. They're almost like paintball guns in a way.
It's a pellet of gel. That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
like water.
Okay.
It's water in a gel thing. It's like a
It's like a ball of slime that it shoots and then it explodes.
But
It's
it
not
doesn't
like
burst
America.
like a paintball. It,
No.
Yeah,
No,
basically.
So what's the problem?
I think it's because Australia are just
I couldn't
literally afraid
understand
of
why they
everything.
banned the gel blaster. It's because like
That's what I mean. Do you have paintball over there? I assume you still have paintball guns over there.
we had paintball, but it's like but once again, that is very highly restricted.
You guys already know one thing. People don't want to screw with Australia because of all the wildlife you guys got there, but come on. Seriously. Heck, I would like it if someone could create like those little ball things that you could fill like different types of soda with. You could just launch at your friends and they could just try to catch it with their mouth or something. That'd be fun.
Well, that was called super soakers back in our days, gentlemen. We would shoot you'd fill that up and you shoot them with the super soaker pop.
That would have been cool. I know. I remember having a super soaker when I was younger. And I mean, I'm not as old as you gentlemen are.
Oh, here we go.
Can I tell? Yeah, I'm still a pretty young looking guy.
Yeah. You are.
No,
you are a young'un.
well,
He is a young'un.
I know
Look at him.
a friend of mine actually had a super soaker, and he amped it up. He actually adjusted, and that thing used to fire a shitload of water a long way.
Yeah, they do like electric-y things and things like that. I mean, I used to get them. They used to be shaped like Thompson machine guns, and you don't do it now. But the MP40s and pistols, but they look quite duty. These new ones, they are quite interesting to say the least. Handles on one I seem to remember on a TV advert as well. Very scientific.
Yeah, it's I can understand you have like airsoft guns, look the shape, but now they have paintball guns. They're shaped like actual M4s now. It's crazy.
All right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that because the last time I went airsoft shooting, the hopper was in the way. I couldn't see a bloody thing, and you can't aim it naturally. So I was like a gangster trying to shoot the bloody thing, and you get through a lot more pellets that way. Trust me.
You had to turn
Well,
it
when you've been taught how
sideways.
to shoot, when you've been taught how to shoot and you've been taught to look down the sights, and it's like I can't see the sights because the bloody hopper's in the way. Who designed this bloody gun? Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
they usually they should put them on the side. I've seen them sort of like slightly angled to the side.
Yeah, because I know. Yeah, there's always the thing on the top where you put the paintballs in.
Yeah, no, it was awful. I couldn't see a thing. It was just a big
it is kind of obstruct your view a little bit. I mean, I know you probably it may be incorporated if they actually had like a sight on the side of it though. That may make it a little bit better.
Isn't it a gravity feed though? With the
Yeah, it's a hopper.
Yeah.
It's what hopper
Yeah.
is. It's gravity fed. Yeah.
Yep.
Those big containers that sit on the top and then it goes down the chimney.
Yeah.
That's what hopper means. Yeah. That's cool that they start to look more like, but then again, everyone's going to hate the fact they look like real guns. Oh,
Yeah, and of course, you know, if you look at it in a dark room, if Officer Pallet has anything to tell you, he said it looked real enough. You know, from Die
Yeah.
Hard.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's it does. I mean, you see
I
the
mean,
average
look-
airsoft guns, and they look.
Yeah, I
realistic.
mean, at least, I mean, I understand that he may have not noticed it because it was too dark or something, but I mean, I'm pretty sure. I think I saw this. I think I remember seeing this sort of thing happen once. There was a little kid that was at a barbershop I went to when I was younger, and of course he was going around playing around with it, pointing at everybody, and an officer goes in and says, "Hey, be careful. It may just be a toy, but still, we take that kind of stuff really seriously as a real threat. At least you understand. At least an officer understands that. Yeah, those things are real toys, but it often calls into question the competency of the officers they hire, that they can't actually tell a toy gun from a real gun.
Well, when you see a kid carrying something like that, when I was a kid, I would have run down the street with my mates with blank firing guns, cap guns.
Yeah, but we're
water
from
guns.
the UK though, aren't we? So like in the
Yeah, but you
UK,
can't do it nowadays, can you? If you saw a kid
Well,
running down the street with something today, they'd have the armed police after him. So
well, yeah, if it's a grown up, but if it's a kid,
no
though,
kids.
But, yeah,
But
but
yeah, you
usually-
didn't understand, but if it's an adult, yeah, you have to assume that it's a real rifle.
Yeah, but
yeah,
why do
yeah,
they-
but usually with fake guns, they'll stick that little red sort of fucking
that little
Yeah.
orange thing on the front of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, yeah.
So it's a toy.
yeah, but
You can paint that
it's
easily enough.
yeah, exactly. And so if you do, and even if it's on there though, like if you put it in a way that the cop cats or person can't see that red little thing on the end or orange, yeah, it can easily look like a real gun.
Yeah, but I'm saying about kids.
Well,
I mean, when
you
you're
could also-
young, you can
Wow.
go around do those things, but you can't
Yeah.
in certain countries now.
Well, you could also get a really clever criminal that could actually get one of those plastic things and stick it in the real
They
gun.
don't always have
Yeah.
to even
Walk
do
around.
that. If they have their hand in the pocket or in a bag, they can say, "I've got a firearm," and people have given them money. They don't even have to have a gun. You know, that's
Yeah.
happened many a time.
Yeah,
No, but
that's
we're
true.
talking
You can
about
just
people
No,
getting shot.
This is a
with
conversation
fake
I had
guns.
with Adam ages ago. Because I mean, like,
Yep.
if someone actually pulled a gun out on me in Australia, I'd straight away look at that and think, I don't think so. as in, even if it was a real gun, I'd say, I don't believe you.
Oh, the criminals will always get hold of the firearms. It's just the normal people that they're trying to stop having them.
Yes,
Yeah.
They
might
always
have
get hold
They
of them.
might have the firearm, but they've also got to get the ammunition. It's like
Oh, that'll be easy enough as
yeah,
well.
exactly. And but here's the thing, though. Look, at least here in the U.S., criminals are obviously going to get the guns, and usually they get the guns illegally. And you already know, guns are the most trafficked illegal item next to animals and drugs.
Yeah,
People.
yeah.
Yeah, because again, it
I
is
like how
easy
you
to
added
get your hands
people
on a.
and people.
Well, it's one, sex trafficking is one of the highest things that's globally.
Yeah,
Though. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
it is.
Yes.
That's what
Yeah,
I
well,
mean.
let's not
He's
split
correct.
hairs on,
He's
like-
But
correct.
Ashton Kutcher doesn't
It's
talk
highly
about it
trafficked, yeah.
anymore. You'll see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guys, we don't have to split hairs on which is the most.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
exactly.
don't need to, but yeah, people
Yeah.
will usually just like. But of course, everyone wants to believe the idea. Oh, you could just walk into a gun store and they'll just give
No.
it to you. No, it doesn't work like that.
It's the fucking criminals that
I
broke
use my
into my
coupon
house,
code
broke
when
into
I
my
buy
car
my
and
guns.
stole the shit that then
stole the
sell
shit,
it to
yeah.
their criminal buddies. And that's where the problem is. The law-abiding citizen such as myself that has a permit and paid to have a lifetime permit, just to not have to deal with the bullshit, And
Yes.
yet
Yeah,
still
exactly. You gotta have
deal
the
with
Because you
proper
don't want to deal with a
paperwork.
background check every freaking time.
every
It is
because it was
irritating.
originally 2 and 4 years, maybe 6 was the most, and then when they did the lifetime, I was like, man, I'm just doing that.
Always do the lifetime.
Yep.
Always do the lifetime.
Because that's my whole problem, listening to them go, oh, well, you don't need a gun permit. No, I'm okay with having to have a gun permit. That means they've ran your record, they ran your prints, and you're not a scumbag piece of shit that's got a record yet.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Exactly the point. I'm glad, and I know one thing. I actually had the pleasure of getting to shoot off a Beretta 9mm. That was my dad's at a controlled gun range. So again, I mean, it felt a little uneasy at first because I was actually holding an actual real firearm. But you got to know all that discipline, because people who think people who think they know how to fire a gun only watch it from watching action movies. That is not how it works.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Zumbi. Yeah, true. I mean, I started shooting when I was a teenager, even probably a bit younger, and I loved it. Shotgun shooting, rifle shooting.
Dude, we started out with pellet guns, and then went to the.
No, I actually started off shotgun shooting before I got a pellet gun.
No, I
Yeah,
started off using little squirt guns first, and then
Oh, yeah, you
I
get
know,
the
like I
water
said, but I
pistols
didn't
and that.
actually get to
Yeah.
fire an actual firearm until about a couple years ago. But I know the most thing I actually have gotten to use is a bow and arrow, which
I'm
sadly I
terrible
know
at
I
archery. Yeah, I can't do it. I'm suck at archery. I'm really.
Well,
crap.
I tried it once in high school. It was like something I did the makeup day
Mm-hmm.
for because I actually got sick the first day. But when I tried it, I fell in love with archery.
Nice.
I love it. I love the look of it, but I cannot hit a bloody thing. I went for a lesson. And I think-
Just practice makes perfect. That's all. That's what it's all about.
Oh, this is when I was on holiday. We were at this theme park. It's not a theme park. It's just it's a wildlife estate, but they have a hotel there, and then you go and do certain
Hey,
things.
zombie box.
And yeah, so we all paid for archery for the day. I was the only one I don't think who hit a target all day. I
can believe that.
sucked. I really did. You know.
It
But then
happens.
I can shoot proper guns. So go figure. I'm just not Robin Hood, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know, like, sometimes with them bow and arrow things, it is like they can be off a little bit because
I
they
would have a
hold
clue.
fire.
I mean, he goes, do it like this. Have your, put it up to here, all this sort of stuff, pull back, or I
Yeah,
thought
no,
I was
you have to
doing
be
it all
you
right.
have to be careful because there's like you have to actually bend your arm because otherwise you're gonna hit the string will actually hit your arm and it'll cause a really bad welt.
Oh, that's why they wear all those wrist
That's
gauntlets.
Yeah,
that's one-
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
one of the reasons, but it's like but yeah, firing a bow is there is a trick to it, and once you get that
I
trick,
certainly didn't get it down.
you'll hit the target, man. You will hit the target.
I
It-
didn't. I sucked.
it-
I really did.
It's like, throwing a dart.
Yeah.
It's that, like, letting go of the arrow, because that's why darts was invented. So the archers, no, honest, no, it's fact. Darts was invented so, like, as a practice technique and that sort of for, like, the archers who
It's a
didn't like.
completely different skill set.
No, not when you're letting go of the dart.
Hold on,
Is
let's finish.
is apart from your arm is moving when you're throwing a dart, but that finger sort of technique of letting go
Yeah.
of the dart so it goes straight. That it is.
That does make sense because the fingers
Yeah.
you hold would be a
Yeah.
different angle compared to what you do with a bow. So that makes sense, actually.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
the release-
and that's what. Yeah, well, that's what good archers are good at letting go of the arrow at a straight angle, and so you because I think if you don't shoot let go of it so it goes straight, like it will go straight, it'll go off and like.
Yeah. I'm all right at darts, but I'm shit at archery. So all right. I probably wouldn't mind taking up archery again, but just having the money and doing. And there's only a one-off because we were on holiday. But we can't really have firearms or anything in this country, and there's nowhere really to shoot around my way. I know there is an archery club around my way.
Because
But,
I know
it's wearing
I know
the
the
tights. I don't feel
fir-
like wearing the tights and the hat with a feather. But okay.
Yeah, the tights. Yeah,
You don't need to
that's
be
different
wearing.
thing.
Yeah, you
But,
don't need to be wearing that. You don't need.
What do
to
you mean I
be
don't need to
like-
dress like Robin Hood? Oh, okay.
No,
Oh,
you
fine.
don't. What the fuck?
But no, I remember.
But if
the
you do,
first
you
time-
probably have to sing that song if you do.
The first time ever that I fired an arrow out of a bow, I had no idea what I was doing. I was young, and what happened was I drew back, I fired, the string caught my arm, and I ended up with a welt, the size of a golf ball
Uh-huh.
on my left arm.
Ouch.
I'm right-handed, so so I knew that after that, it's like, yeah, you got to keep that arm out of the way.
We'll get a crossbow. That'd be a bit easier.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I
yeah,
know
yeah.
I've
As I said,
seen
you
a
can buy a
crossbow. You
crossbow
really
in
got
Australia,
to
not a
have a lot
problem.
of good
You
other
can't
advice
buy
to
the
cock
bolts.
that thing back though.
Oh yeah, they
You gotta
got, but you can get mechanical devices to help with it.
Yeah, because I say it's somewhat if it's a really heavy sort of pounded crossbow of the strain, like you can like half kill yourself like just pulling it back.
Well, I
If-
expect it's a lot of like stress on the heart muscles and everything from just.
Well,
Yeah, just trying to cock it back. I know
Well,
one thing. My dad showed off his, and it's just like that's a lot of work having to cock that back. I mean, if you're like in a serious situation where you have to like fight somebody and you're trying to be whisper quiet, it will just take too much time to just put one arrow in, cock it up, and then fire, and then pull it up. It takes too much time.
Oh yeah, it's not designed for rapid fire, but you
Plus-
see those archers and how well built they are, like the longbowmen. They do have
Yes.
certain defects in the
Oh
back.
yes, the
but they are
longbowmen. Yeah.
really strong, muscular.
yeah. Well, yeah,
back-wise and
you do have to have some strong arm muscles,
Mm.
like to pull, because it's like the bow. Like if you can't pull it back, if you haven't got that muscle in your arms to
Yeah, if
pull
you
the
ain't got
bow.
those, that's it. Yeah, then it won't work.
But
yeah.
but it's not only that, but you got to do it repeatedly. So it's like I had the last compound bow that I had was 40 pounds, but I dialed it back to about 30 pounds.
Yeah.
So, but you have to be able to repeat the action.
Yeah. Well, there's them pounds that are like 150, because I think in the UK, I think that's the legal amount. You can't go anything
I
above
don't know
100.
on bows or anything like that.
Say 150.
150 pound draw. Yeah. Weight.
Yeah. Anything above that is illegal, I think, in the UK. But you're allowed.
I don't think anybody could pull 150 pound.
Well, no, it's a crossbow, so you'd use mechanical.
Oh, it's a
means to
crossbow.
crank it
A
back.
crossbow's okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, but that would probably go for a deer. I would have
It
thought.
would go straight through.
Yeah.
You don't really need anything more than that.
That's why you got to aim below. That's why you got to aim below its front shoulder in order to get a kill shot on it.
Yeah.
Well,
never hunted deer, but yeah, I knew a guy when I was in school, and his dad did, and he used to go with rifles and everything. Yeah, you'd get.
Oh yeah. By the way, did you guys drink? Did you guys drink the deer's blood as a sign?
No, I didn't go there. He went to Scotland on holiday, and then he'd bring back the meat every so often. It was nice just before Christmas. The kid would come back after a holiday.
Is that a Red Dawn sort of like reference?
No.
Did you
Yes.
drink the deer blood?
Oh right, that,
Yeah, you gotta drink the deer,
Good
the spirit of the deer thing.
No, I just eat the deer, cook the thing
I just
first,
ate-
obviously.
I just ate the treated meat, and it was lovely. So
Yeah, I mean, don't hunt something.
yeah,
I would say
we
don't
don't
hunt
have any
something unless you're
deer,
planning
so
on eating it. Don't
didn't
hunt
have
anything
any.
No,
unless you plan
that's
to
what
eat
he'd
it.
go for. I mean, it cost a fortune to go up there and do that sort of thing anyway. This was back in the 80s. So, he wasn't exactly short of a few pounds back then to go off virtually every, I think it's October, November time, I can't remember now. Go off shooting deer and then come back.
Hunting in the Highlands.
Yeah, hunting in the Highlands. Aye.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah, so to have that sort of lifestyle in the 80s, you definitely had some money. You probably had one of those great big brick mobile phones as well that they all used to carry around. The yuppies, wasn't it? Bloody mobile people.
Shut up! I had one of those phones.
Yeah. Once again, it is crazy. It is crazy how far we've come.
Oh yeah. I mean, the first phone I had was like a brick. It wasn't as big as the ones from the 80s, but compared to nowadays, good lord! And what you can do with it, I don't have a phone.
Jeez, my very first cell phone was like one of those old, like one of those really old Nokia like phones you could have. That you had like Brick Attack,
Yeah, but
Tetris.
they're
on it,
old.
stuff like
They were like, God, these are great back in my day. Because when you go from something like a Motorola, which weighs
if you talk about old phones, there was no games on them.
Yeah, I'm talking about those ones that were made between 2003 and like 2005. I think.
Yeah.
That was like my first cell phone.
No.
In high school.
My first mobile phone I bought was in 1994, and so
I didn't buy one until 2000.
The reason I bought it is like because my girlfriend at the time, she'd passed out at work, so I bought her a phone so she could contact me at any time.
Yeah, no, mine wanted me to buy a phone so we can keep in touch. We had a landline, but she wanted to use the mobile. So
and back then we had plenty of public phones.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, and now I found there's like one on my main street of my town, and it's all busted up and doesn't work.
Yeah,
anymore.
I haven't seen a phone box in probably about 4 or 5 years.
We've got a phone box.
You got a phone box?
But
honestly,
if I needed to use a public phone now, I would have no idea where to find one.
We don't have them. There's a cash machine where there used to be a phone box, and it's shaped like a phone box. And in another, about 16 miles away from me, there's an old phone box which has books in it. It's a library. You can put books in and take books out.
No, well, we have the KC. It's Kingston Communications, which is their phone network in Hull. It's really it's really crazy. As in, BT don't do any landlines or anything in Hull, and so because and so they've still got like phone boxes and that with phones in. But I was going to say no.
I didn't know that.
If you think it's an old phone, but you can fit it in your pocket, then it's not an old phone. Old phones are the ones where it was a suitcase nearly.
Yeah.
And let's not forget.
Yeah, it used to have a pouch.
The
for
cost
it.
of actually making phone calls these days has gone right up, but the actual level of actually accessibility to phones is way down. Unless
Well,
you've got
you can
a
always
mobile
grab
phone.
hold of someone and say, "Do you have a phone?" But I can't go outside.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't
So
understand why
basically,
you want to ask.
grab hold
like,
of the
some random
person next to you and say, "Do you have a phone?"
And if I went up to someone and said, "Do you have a phone? I need to make an emergency phone call," they'd look at me going, "You haven't got a phone?" And it's like, "No, I haven't had a phone for like 9 years. I just don't bother." I can hear an echo as well.
They'll be like, "Weirdo."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I
Actually,
mean,
sorry,
they,
I
look,
should
even
have
a
asked, am I echoing?
smartphones at the
'Cause I
lowest
can put
end are like
headphones on.
$60.
I know, but I had an accident. I couldn't afford to keep up with the phone bills, and I just stopped using one, and I never looked back. I use one in work occasionally, but I just don't need it. It was only work or the child support agency who would ever call me anyway, or junk calls. So, nowadays I probably should get one because
phone coverage is like I use a prepaid, so it cost me $10 for 45 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have unlimited package where I've got unlimited phone calls, but they've got to be in the UK, and there's certain not 0800 numbers, but 045 numbers, I think. I can't call, but I can
Oh
phone.
yeah, no, mine's
UK.
limited as well. Mine's limited as well, but it's like all I call is local
All the
family and
text.
friends. Yeah.
And like unlimited information, data, unlimited data.
Yeah,
but nowadays our phones do everything now. I'm actually surprised that there are some people who actually forget it's an actual phone.
I don't think most people use it like a phone nowadays, do they? They watch their TV
They're just busy FaceTiming, doing their crappy TikToks or
listen to music. Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, I
but-
mean, without having
everybody- I'm
international
gonna
and
say this to
whatnot,
you,
that's why
I
when
mean-
we were talking earlier about me burning stuff, leaves
Yeah.
and shit in the wintertime, like we're on Discord doing that because, it's an app.
Yeah,
but it
but
works
guess
just
what?
like a phone
If you
call.
want to listen to music the old-fashioned way, you get one of these babies. Yeah, I got an old MP3 player. I still
thought it was a
use
Tamagotchi.
it.
Old-fashioned. Old-fashioned is at least.
Fuck the MP3
Yeah,
player.
you gotta go back. Yeah, I
I
guess you gotta
buy
go
the
back to vinyl
CDs.
records. But yeah, I got that, and I use it in combination with this baby. It's Bluetooth. It's Bluetooth connected. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
want to use my. I hardly ever
But
use
the
my
only
phone.
reason I bought this phone that I've
Yeah.
got is because when COVID came down, they wanted digital stuff to prove that you've had been vaccinated and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I bought this phone so I could do that, and the application that they had didn't work. So I had to walk around with a piece of paper, to say yes, I've been double vaccinated because I was forced to get double vaccinated.
Yes, the entire digital age where you will own everything and you'll be happier.
No, you'll own nothing, and you'll be happy because you got nothing. And so if you start complaining, we'll just smash your teeth in. You got no guns to protect you. That's their motto.
And that is exactly why anyone should take up boxing. If you can't fight with a rifle, hell, why don't you take your damn garden tools and make spears out of them? Go back to that.
Yeah, well, bow and arrows. That's what you can easily make in a wood. Because I forget how you make the fucking twine, but you do.
It's fairly easy too. What you guys, Adam knows this, but I actually made a bow and arrow for my ma for Christmas about 5 years ago.
Yep.
Cool.
Does it work all right then?
So yeah, if you go to my ma's place, on the wall she's got mounted a bow and arrows. So if anybody tries to attack my ma, she's gonna fucking dab 'em.
Yeah, and plus that's the reason why I'm glad, because I think it's the weapon of choice for someone who's like a scout or something in the apocalypse. That's a weapon of choice because arrows are whisper quiet. You won't hear anyone before. By the time they see you already got one in your back already.
That's
you're
exactly
dead.
right. I mean, like, let's just face it. You know, in Rambo, they sort of like added a little bit of noise to the arrows. They don't sound like fucking rockets coming at you. They just go
Hollywood.
They just go.
Yep, that's basically what it is.
No, he had explosive like arrowheads.
Yeah, I know, but it'd be like in the movie, it sounded like a missile coming at him.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, with the sort of thing.
Yeah.
Where you're right, it is more of a sort of who you're
Yep,
but,
exactly.
And when he drew back on the actual string, it sounded like.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
Well,
that?
Oh yeah, well, they did like get the Senshi drama on it because the one where the dude who shot his bed in the back,
Yeah.
and he's like got like his gun and he's shooting, but because he's a bit nervous and that he's not hitting, and Rambo's just doing it really slowly, like he knows you're not going to hit me from there, but I'm going to hit you with this. And he can, yeah.
It sounded
It was
like
top Hollywood.
on the compound bow. It sounded like the wheels were actually driving some sort of dynamo. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Like 66 Batman and shit. You know, it's like, yeah. Yep.
Doggo.
Yep.
Yeah, great explosion with that Rambo scene because, like, I don't know what they did to explode the sort of like mannequin, but it fucking explodes.
You talking about the guy in Rambo 2 where he's on the rocks?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say he's shooting at Rambo, but because he's a bit nervous,
Oh, the explosive
he knows.
warhead.
Yeah,
He's got.
he's shooting at Rambo. He can't shoot him at all, and then Rambo pulls out a bow and just slowly draws, and it's like, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, when like he fucking hits him with the explosive arrowhead, that because like they didn't blow up someone, and in them days they didn't have CGI was that good to do with an exploding body, and so like they had this mannequin where they put some explosives in this mannequin, so it just looked like it just explodes. And I think
was it a mannequin? It could have been a snuff
Yeah, I
movie.
think-
You never know.
No. The reason why I know it's a mannequin is because if you watch it like in slow mo and that, you see it's like real still and that, and it. But
All the fun away from it. I like the chicken in Hot Shots Part 2 when he's the same
Yes.
thing.
they take the piss out of that scene with that. Yeah. I thought that was good. Yeah.
I still think the funniest part of that movie is when the dude gets hit in the nuts, and he actually has actual walnuts in his mouth.
Oh, films that they don't make anymore like that. God, yeah.
Well, technically, I think Blazing Saddles is supposed or like that movie from what was it called? Something Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. I think that's basically supposed to be Blazing Saddles.
I haven't seen that one. Blazing Saddles is a bloody classic, which we'll never see the likes of again.
Yeah, we will never see that again. But again, I still think Robin Hood Men in Tights is still the best of Mel Brooks movies.
Yeah, it's good.
Go back
But
to
no,
the Hot
Blazing
Shots
Saddles.
2 reference. It's like when he draws back, the chicken goes.
But he knows what's happening, doesn't it? Because when he's about to let go, his eyes sort of pulled off.
His eyes pop out of his head. Yeah.
But it's October, so Mel Brooks, you'd have to go with Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, now hand me the candle. Put the candle back. Okay. You hold the candle, and I'll try to block it with my body. Oh, okay. You know what? Just put the candle back and just try to let me out, okay? Frau Bruca.
Death Becomes Her comes to mind too for some reason. I don't know. Funny.
No, I've always thought the most quintessential Halloween film is Hocus Pocus.
Not the greatest movie.
Still,
I mean,
funny,
it's fun.
though.
It's fun.
It's
Yeah.
all right to watch. I mean,
even
I
though
don't know.
even though it's gruesome as hell.
Yeah.
And I
It
mean,
is
it's,
gruesome. I
and
don't
I
know
mean,
if it's.
I mean, that's like the only time where like Bruce Willis has never been like like a tough take charge badass. He's just like
No.
like a total nerd.
No,
He's a total
complete nerd and completely whipped. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
No, he still
He's
won in the
married.
end, though, didn't he? He won out. He got away from them and lived his life.
Well, he was the only person that was alive.
Yeah, nowadays when you see someone everyone just calls a simp now. If you basically do everything back in the day, even though I'm still young, but even I remember this old term is the whole being pussy whipped thing. Pardon my language.
Yeah, under the thumb.
Yep. Nowadays that term's called
Well,
term that's used is
and
called
as-
simp.
As Dan likes to put it, cunt whipped.
Cut whipped. Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Well, that's
That's
Australian.
even-
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
He literally, I read the text message. That was his exact.
He-
I was
he
like,
was.
wait a minute, what? I was like, that doesn't make
Again,
any
I know
sense.
that's the whole thing. You Aussies are insane, but we already know one thing. When the world goes to hell, you'll probably be the last vestige of civilization on the planet. So that's a win for you and the Kiwis.
Yeah. You'll have to drink all that Foster's on your own.
Yep.
Little gits.
And we've got very long roads. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
and
need
plus
flight
90% of your country is a desert anyway, so nobody wants to bother with it anyway.
It's already like Mad Max there normally, so they don't.
Yeah,
really have to
so
worry
what's the
about
point?
it.
So what's even the point?
Yeah.
You
Yep.
can run,
True.
but you can't hide. Another great
True
film.
story. In
Well,
World War
as
II,
I say, it's like if a certain country wants to invade us, it's like yeah,
oh,
good
they
luck.
did.
What, New
Yeah, yeah.
Zealand?
No, well, Japan wanted to, but now they realize, yeah, there was no
No, they did.
way.
No, they did.
Yeah, they knew your entire country was a desert. The whole thing was a desert. Most of you guys all live near the coast.
No, they didn't really. That's why they invaded, because they invaded Australia, but it was so big in that like they knew, like, yeah, there's no point because it's so big. But they invaded because there was a Japanese
No,
troop.
They got to one point of Australia and said, "Oh fuck this."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They
the same
did
thing
get-
they did get-
about like the Japanese wanting to invade the U.S. Like, yeah, they already know. They literally said that. Yeah, there'll be every rifle behind every blade of grass, as they
Yeah,
as they put it.
absolutely. Well, they did get to Australia, but the Americans turned up as well, so they decided perhaps that's not such a good idea. They were
Right.
just getting a bit stretched back in their yeah. I
No,
don't think
yeah,
it was
because
proper
supply
Australia.
line, yeah, you couldn't carry it, yeah. But
The emus
that's
turned
what
them
I'm,
back.
That's what I'm saying. They actually did get to Australia, but
I know.
and they got there and it said,
Fuck this.
"Oh fuck this."
Yeah.
Well, no, the emus attacked them, because you guys couldn't kill them. Neither could the Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, yeah, emus are probably the one bird you don't want to fuck with on your continent. That plus
Yes.
gators.
Big buggers.
Emus aren't a problem, but it's like if you stir them up, they get
They're
quite aggressive.
huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
Giant
and
water.
also don't get a start on kangaroos. They are automatically jacked.
Well, no.
Always.
Well,
No,
absolutely.
yeah, well, the
Absolutely.
kangaroos
Bloody hell,
is like it
bloody
depends
big
on
as well.
which kangaroo you come across, but the kangaroos that they would have come across they would have been big reds, and the big reds they can stand 8 foot tall. Yeah,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
then again, you still have some of the cutest types of wildlife,
Oh, not
like
those bloody
potaroos,
koalas again.
like potaroos, koalas, and bandicoots.
Koalas
Yeah.
are mean as bugger though as well. aren't they? They
Bandicoots.
like to bite.
you think bandicoots are cute?
Well, I mean, come on, you guys created. You created one of the greatest PlayStation mascots that spins and crashes into boxes. So there you go. I mean, I've seen pictures of potaroos and bandicoots. They do look pretty
But
cute.
it's like, yeah, but yeah, when you say dangerous animals and everything like that, it's like
I'm talking when I talk about dangerous animals, I'm talking about like box jellyfish, all the many venomous like insects, spiders, and snakes.
No, we have all that, but it's like the fact is that they don't bother us if we don't bother them. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. You still have to look into the toilet seat every morning, don't you?
no,
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 you're a braver man than I
yeah,
am.
but it is true. It's like when we used to have outside toilets, then you would have to check.
Oh
for,
gosh. Why would a snake even want to even go in there? I mean, I'm pretty sure. Don't they have like?
No,
I mean,
no,
you
the
know those
snakes.
things. They smell through their tongues. They
The
basically
snakes.
are.
No, but the snakes do come up through the drain pipes. Yeah,
It's water, isn't it? They don't know whether it's a river or if it's a U-bend, so you know.
but not typically in urban areas, but my brother, he was living in Northam, and 2 snakes come through his drain pipe.
Nice.
Oh damn.
So it's like and also when I was staying with my brother in Northam, I don't know what kind of lizard it was, but it ended up in the kitchen, and my sister-in-law came and grabbed me and said, Paul, can you help me out with this? So I had to catch the lizard, and I just threw it over the fence.
So you're Spider-Man, is what I'm hearing.
No. But
He fights the lizard.
did I know what kind of lizard it was? No. But it was a decent size. It took both hands to grab it. But I
as long
grabbed
as
it.
it's not a Komodo, I think you're all right.
Well, it
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't that big.
Yeah.
It was about 40 centimeters long. But I had no idea what it was, so
Could've kept it
I
as a
I
pet.
grabbed it with both hands at the same time. So I grabbed one on its head, one
Yeah.
on its tail. I grabbed it and just threw it over the fence.
And then the neighbor went, "Ah, what the fuck?" Yeah.
No,
So
there was no
idiot.
neighbor. It was a vacant lot next door. So
Okay. Just as long as it wasn't a road
so
or anything.
otherwise I
like
would have
that.
thrown at you, Brent.
Evening prime mover.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have said, "Oh, Teeny."
Doesn't bother me
That's your
because
fucking
I have to
Jawa.
take things out of people's cars all the time. Frogs, mice, spiders. I haven't had a snake yet, but I've had virtually everything else. And sometimes you can't get the buggers, so
But,
normally in
it's like
summertime there's loads of frogs.
But I'm pretty good. I know most lizards and everything like that, but I had no idea what this fucking thing was. It looked like a fucking a small dragon. It's like so when she said, "Can you get rid of it?" It's like I've got no fucking idea what this thing is.
What do you want me to do with it? Yeah.
I would have
Yeah,
kept
so
it as a pet.
I grabbed it by the tail and the head at the same time,
Yeah.
so it couldn't recoil and bite me, and
Right.
then I just threw it over the fence. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I see one of them big motor dragon things.
The Komodos, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like the size of a
Komodo
cat.
dragon. The problem with the Komodo dragon is they've got so much bacteria in their mouth.
In their
If they
saliva,
bite you,
Yeah.
you're gonna die from a
Yeah.
fucking
Well-
infection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this one, I don't know if it was in Australia, but it was somewhere where it was hot and like
What's up, Prime?
sandy. That it climbed, it went into the shop and like climbed on its sort of air conditioning fan.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
If you're
hot.
free, Prime, you're more than welcome to jump in, buddy. If you've got time. If not,
Y-
it's
y-
all good. But yeah, man.
Well, we've got the frill neck lizard, and that does look very much like a dinosaur,
Yeah.
and they can go on all fours, but they can also walk on 2 legs, and when they're attacking, they frill out their neck and they charge you on 2 legs.
Cool. Knife in one hand and a beer bottle in the other. Yeah.
No, there's no knife.
Well,
I was
it's
thinking of
all
the fat dude from and
Well, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
The original Jurassic
And
Park
Nelson.
they actually showed something similar to a frill neck lizard. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's just intimidation thing, isn't it? It's like most animals
It's
try to
an
make
in-
themselves
yeah,
look bigger
it's
before they
only to
attack.
make themselves look bigger. Yeah,
Even men do that, and other people. So peacocks and all that sort of stuff. I know they tend to do it for mating, but yeah, you make
Well,
yourself look bigger than you are.
I don't know any men that actually frill out their neck unless they're wearing a turtleneck or something.
Right.
Well, I mean, they might just be a bit of a weirdo, just thinking that that's what the ladies like. But turtlenecks, are they still a thing? Christ, I thought they went out in the 90s.
I think they're still around. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wouldn't know.
Don't
I'm
watch
not that
TV, so I can't tell you what the new fads are.
Dyeing your hair. Thank God I don't have any.
I think the new fad is claiming how wonderful She-Hulk is, but
Oh, so
Well,
none of us are up with it then, because none of us will ever turn around and say how great She-Hulk is, even if we're
No,
paid.
well.
just the fact that there's literally a scene where she's doing that, just like, why? You are a lawyer.
It's working, even though she's getting wolf whistled and she doesn't want to be seen as a sexual object, but she's
It's
twerking.
ironic. It's ironic. Women will say that and just do the same shit that they get objectified for anyway. This is the price you get for modern feminism.
Yeah, and for letting fucking Disney make She-Hulk, even though it had she in the title, people should realize that it's going to be she.
Yeah, but the person who wrote it actually said, yeah, this was meant to piss the fans off.
Yep.
That was her intent. That was literally her intention.
Why do that though? Why destroy something just to fucking get a little fuck you to the fans?
Because this is what these people live for. They don't care. They want to think they're always going to live in their moronic bubble that they're right about everything, and they're so and you're so wrong and blah 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 blah.
Because they're all trolls, man. Think about it, right? Like,
no,
if we complain about it, it's one thing, but
yeah, but they're pathetic and they don't create anything.
Yeah.
They just destroy.
Yeah, well, that's because they're like unable to create because they don't watch enough masculine action from the 80s, so they won't know exactly.
Yeah, it's ironic though. But then again, why is it somehow some of the best female characters? I got a feeling some of them were actually written by most of those ones were written by men. I mean, look at like Sarah Connor or freaking Ellen Ripley. Yeah,
you had this back in the day. You had these.
Yeah, I
characters
know
that were
exactly.
strong.
But now you got female characters who just want to basically try to beat the guys down and whatnot. And literally, that's the whole thing. They portray every guy as an inept idiot.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's a like to stop masculinity because what they want is they want everyone to believe that men and women have no genetical biological differences.
Yeah, but now you got that dude on TikTok. Now you got that dude on TikTok who's obviously masquerading around. And I know there are people who are giving him some pushback. So yeah, now you get, again, this is what you get with woke culture. You got people who will basically now say that being a woman is a feeling now instead of something that's not biology.
That's such bullshit.
I always go back, and I don't have real cool bumpers like a lot of people, but it's got to go back to Kindergarten Cop. Girls have a vagina, boys have a penis. I mean, and I know
but of course, you already know one thing. Heck, we already know Joe Biden is cool with it. But then again, Joe doesn't even know where the heck he is half the time. He gets lost going to the bathroom.
He can't even say 2 words, can he, Adam?
No,
Well,
no,
no,
you can't.
The whole thing is like that. They're saying that women weren't included and everything like that. Well, let's go back way back.
Either.
And you can go back to Linda Carter, the original Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Well, even Adrienne Barbeau in Escape from New York. I mean, they're strong female characters.
Yes. But it's like, everybody comes up with like Ripley, and they come up with Sarah Connor. It's like, no. It's like way back before.
Even in Star Trek.
In Star Wars, you had Princess Leia and you had
Uhura. Back before Star Trek. You can go back to Space 1999.
Yeah. Well, Space 1999 was after Star Wars, wasn't it? So.
Okay.
Sorry, you're talking about Star Trek. Yeah, no, it was after Star Trek as well. I'm talking about the '60s Star Trek with original Kirk and that. So you had Uhura, you had Nurse Chapel.
In that case, you can go way back to Casablanca.
Yeah, quite a strong character. Can't remember her name, unfortunately, but.
Well, I don't give a damn.
Well, no, we're not doing Gone with the Wind. Doing
Casablanca. Oh yeah, wrong one in it.
That was the American Civil War. Casablanca was World War II. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, I thought it was World War One.
It's a chick's.
Well, no,
it's a
World War
chick
II.
flick. That's what threw me.
It's not a chick's flick.
It fucking is. We won't.
One of the
I've
most
already seen
classic
it.
films in the world.
No, well, I've already seen Casablanca or Gone with the Wind because I know both the endings, and so.
Oh, you
whereas
know
that-
the ending, so you can't be asked to watch the film.
Well, no, it didn't look like. Although in Casablanca though, Thingy does. I think shoot a few guys. Don't he, Humphrey Bogart? Because he's like a fucking agent. So I might have to. But it's a love story. It's basically. Well, no, but it's for chicks, isn't it? It's basically like fucking.
Chicks. It was
It's like dirty dancing. It's like dirty. It's like dirty dancing.
Back in those days for movies, everyone would go, kids, the men and the women, because there were no TVs. It was radio, and that was the entertainment. So it appealed to more people. It's not just a chick flick. That's crap.
Well, it appeals more to women. Oh, it did do. But now it's more. Yeah.
Doesn't. Even Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind did. And I don't know, because the fucking poster looks like a fucking Mills and Bones fucking.
Yeah, it does. But then again, that was what they used to do back in the day for the movie posters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you had manly films back in them days like Hercules and Tarzan.
I'm sorry, but Tarzan
there are films for
was
everyone.
a love story as well. So
What's that?
No, but it was a masculine love story, didn't he? Because Tarzan always has to fight someone. You don't do a Tarzan film and Tarzan and Jane meet up and have a few bananas and coconuts and everything's so hunky dory.
No, he did everything for Jane. Yeah.
Here you go, Mr.
Yeah.
Peabody. You'll enjoy this one. This was something that Brent was hitting at. I think this is the right clip.
Yeah, it is.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America.
What a dumbass. Bellend. Absolute bellend.
Yep. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it.
No, go back. I didn't see that.
Well,
I'm sorry.
no, well, you can actually change it because he could have said Maiden America.
Yeah. Right.
It's yeah. No.
Yeah, let's not
Maiden.
talk about. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the media will can us if we basically talk about his obvious.
Oh no, it was it's a clip off Facebook. This is
The fact that he's a Fruit Loop and he's absolutely nutty.
No, he's
Yeah.
got dementia, hasn't he? Look at him. He's
Him and
interview
Fetterman
where-
are a bit broken at the moment.
You see the one with with the ice cream truck? It's fake, but it's funny.
Let me start
No.
off with 2 words. Made in America.
That's 3 words, Joey. That's 3 freaking words, you bellend.
Yeah, that's why I love this one. I was like, oh my goodness, because I was going through them before air, and I was showing Brent, and he started giggling too. I'm like, I love this one. I was like, I'm using this one.
Does no one check
Brandon.
his speeches? Do they
Yep.
not just say, Joe?
He's a puppet.
It's worse
He's a
than that.
puppet.
The man's
He's
got
a
a
muppet.
teleprompter and he still screws up.
I know.
Fetterman was upset.
He's got dementia, hasn't he?
Debate the other
Have
day
you
because
seen his recent
blaming
interview?
the teleprompter not being good enough. Oh,
Have you seen
God.
his recent interview where he basically like blanks out for about 5 seconds, just staring, like
No.
thinking, "Oh, I wish this shit was all over. I don't even know where the fuck I am." Sort of thing.
I
Yeah,
mean,
none of them memorize their speeches anymore. It's not like the
no,
ancient
they have
times.
teleprompters and everything. but at least
Exactly.
Be able
All
to
of them are
count.
allowed teleprompters now.
Yeah, but think about what you're saying. Made in America. Oh, that might be more than 2
Have you
words.
seen how old he is?
Yeah,
He's
he's in his-
senile.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I know people in
I-
their 70s and 80s, and they're still fucking with it. They can
Yeah, but
string
he
3
ain't.
words
Yeah,
together.
exactly. My mom.
He ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's one of them where everyone in history knows he's just a puppet and that, and so he's just been told, look, go out there, do the best you can.
That's
Fucking,
yeah,
we
you're
don't
right.
care.
He's a puppet. That's why he walks funny, because the sticks are still up his ass.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Talking of puppets, how
Job
is your
done.
how is the vice president, which we never hear of?
Oh, you mean the one that likes to spend all her
Oh,
time on her
Kamala.
knees?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Camel toe?
Yeah, camel toe.
Yeah.
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 Never hear from her.
No,
Haven't seen anything
no,
about it for ages.
no, we don't.
Whoops. Oh, good shot. Oh,
Uh-huh.
Wow.
well, it's going to go back on. Oh, no, it's not.
Oh,
Go on, go
okay,
back on.
okay.
To me, to you, to me, to you.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh shit. I've actually done that.
That was great editing. I like that.
I've actually lost a but it didn't do like a bouncy like that, but it's like
Right.
it did take out a guy's windscreen. Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Oh,
go
yeah,
quite
I-
painful,
I
I
don't
lost
they?
I lost the wheel.
And
I
like
lost the wheel
nailed
off
the guy in
my
the back of
car,
the head.
and it changed 2 lanes. It bounced and took out a guy's windscreen. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to do it big.
Yeah. But I didn't do it that big. That looked like a pinball machine.
That was
Yeah.
great. I knew what was going to happen, but it was good to watch anyway. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. It was one of them fun ones that just popped up today. I was like, hey, this looks like fun.
I thought it'd be a Russian car because they seem to do that a lot, but allegedly.
Oh, the right. I've seen Russian cars. I've seen Russian trucks where they've replaced the wheel with a log.
Doesn't surprise me either. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Russia, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Meanwhile, in Russia.
Yeah. No, that was Duty. I like that. It reminded me of that game you were showing the other day. That was
Yeah.
funny as hell. Oh my god.
Oh, the was it Beam NG?
That's it,
Yeah.
BeamNG. Yeah. We're not sponsored by them. I'm just saying it was funny.
Well, it was. It was hilarious. I was just going through Facebook in the game, and I was like, "Oh, this looks." And
No,
it just
'cause
kept
I-
playing, and we were laughing. So,
No,
like,
because I was watching it, but I was too sick. I wasn't saying anything. So
Mm.
so I was watching.
Hello, Mrs. Skeleton.
Yep.
He loves a flower hat.
Mhm.
Gets served by a pumpkin.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Hell yeah. Like I said, there's silly shit I find, and that's a little bit of behind the scenes work I do for the show. Find some silly shit to put up and have fun.
It's Skeletor and his girlfriend.
Well, it is the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Monday, but we won't be around on Monday, so yeah.
We're all gonna die before then.
Well, no, not. Oh God, you always got to look on the bright side of life, haven't you?
Yep.
It's
Always.
Oh no, I got that tune in my head. Anyway, it's
Now
no.
you've got to sing the song. Always look on the bright side of life.
We'll get a copyright strike.
How can you have any pudding if you haven't ate your meat?
So what?
You can't have any pudding.
Yes,
if
you.
haven't eaten your meat.
Still laddie.
Yeah. How can you have any pudding if you haven't ate your meat?
It's just a
Yeah.
flesh wound.
Here's but a flesh wound. Yeah. I always
I
like the
got
Galaxy
Stop,
song.
stop it, have your leg.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
been
you're
invincible. You're a loony.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I always like the Galaxy song from Meaning of Life. I love that one. It's a great song. Good film as well.
Oh yeah, man.
I think I prefer it to. I mean, Life of Brian is great. I think Holy Grail is like my third choice. I know other people like that, but it just something about the other two.
Hang
Well,
on,
the
he's
Holy
not
Grail
dead.
is one of the first ones I
He's
saw.
mostly dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mostly dead. Yeah, and I mean, it's of course it's one of my favorites because we watched it with Moist, but it was Justin's first time. Justin Proper, first time watching it. So myself, Moist, Mr. Peabody, we were there on that and watched it.
Oh yeah, it's a great film, but
Yeah.
it, you know, of the other two as well, I think I
I think
prefer those.
Odin even came on that one with us.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, if I remember right, Odin came and watched it with us too. It was a lot of fun because it was Justin's first time. Because back then it was Justin Proper was proper
A
German.
virgin.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, but he had never seen it. So, So like and that's another reason that's one of my favorites. I mean, like I was telling you, I don't really have a list of ones that are better than others. I just love them all, the same. Like
I mean, Star Trek 1 is far better than Star Trek 2 in that sort of favorite list. So
Yeah.
But Monty Python wise, yeah. No, I think Meaning of Life is still the best, and Life of Brian would be the next best for me. I'm not saying,
right.
I like the Holy Grail.
Yeah, I'm not saying the Holy Grail is a bad film. I'm just saying it's
No,
not.
but yeah, I'm saying it's one of my favourites. As in, it's probably because I've seen the rest of Life of Brian. I prefer the Holy Grail to Life of Brian because I'm like a bit more crazy humour for me, but because I know they're real good, but it's just that one where I prefer the Holy Grail because that bit where the fucking pour a load of shit on them from the castle.
I think they used a lot of Monty Python humor when they actually did. Do you remember the movie Top Secret?
Yeah, that's a walking off. The dude, he's like, yeah, don't look back, don't give him the satisfaction. And they're like,
when they did Top Secret was an American movie, but it's like I think they actually used a lot of Monty Python humor in it.
Is that the Val Kilmer one? And it's got Peter Cushing.
Yes, yeah.
And I don't know if that's Monty Python-esque. I think that's just.
I think it was along the same lines. That's what
I haven't seen it in a long time. I didn't get the feeling it was Monty Python-ish.
Bit spoofy, wasn't it? A bit like Lampoons. I think it was a Lampoons.
Might have been. Yeah, I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a long time. I think last time I saw it was on TV. It's okay, Phil.
Was the Monty Python film where they fired a cow over the wall?
Yeah, that's the one they're going on about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy Grail.
Oh, it's just a harmless little bunny, isn't it?
Yeah, the Killer Bunny with Tim the Enchanter.
Also, by the way, that's a pretty hilarious thumbnail you got for this stream. It's just perfectly timed. It's like
what's your favorite color? Blue. I don't know.
The bridge of death scene.
Yeah.
What is the capital? Is the capital of Assyria? I don't know that.
What is the average airspeed of an African swallow? Laden or
an unladen swallow?
I don't know that.
Is it a laden swallow?
It didn't do to the swallows. We got noticing when you're a king,
The witch. And what will you do with the witch? What else floats? Apples, small stones. Does wood not also float? Ducks. Yeah. Yeah, it has some great bits in it, but
think about it. They can't even make those movies these days.
Yeah. Do you suppose the scene should have been cut?
Even drunken ducks float because they're crashing in my pool all the time.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's some of what we were talking earlier, like TV series. I couldn't tell you about TV. I haven't watched TV in so many years, and it's a good thing things changed. But yeah, it's literally it's what's on what service that I care about to watch.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
know?
it's become now. But even then, there's
Yeah.
so many streaming services. Some are free, some are just like, why even buy? Some of them just like, again, everything is like so segmented now. Like streaming services have become like basically as expensive as cable nowadays.
Oh yeah. We
And I
called
know
it
they
years
say, and I
ago,
know they could say
man.
you can do this thing with opting out, but I know like Netflix is cracking down on like password sharing and whatnot. But I mean, but seriously, like, are you guys really that dead set? Are you guys really hurting that money that much? Oh, right, maybe because you actually are spending too much money on trying to make shows that obviously some are not. It's going to be a very hit or miss if they don't land right. Because
Yeah.
I think they grew too much of a hubris because of shows like Orange is the New Black.
No, what did them in was Cuties. So after that shit, everybody went away. And I can't blame people.
Yeah,
you know, it's like,
it was, but I know that was the devil. Heck, that was the reason why I canceled Netflix to begin with. Right. I mean, but seriously, just why would you want to think that's empower? Why do you think that that's something that's being empowering? They're children.
Yeah.
Oh, it's propaganda, though, isn't it? It's to make everyone think like, oh yeah, we can let our like 12-year-old girls dress like prostitutes. Go
I
out
love the
dancing.
reasoning they actually gave those. Like they said,
shit, dude. All these
we-
pedals and whatnot. Oh, it's an illness. Well, in my opinion, these fuckers shouldn't be breathing. So
Yeah, I've
But,
seen. You won't believe. I've
I
seen
love
like
the-
I've seen
I
Facebook
love
posts
the
where these
explanation
actually
they actually gave though,
castrated.
because they said in order to show that young girls are being exploited, we're going to show young girls being exploited. It's like, get fucked.
we're gonna exploit young girls to show you, even to make it even worse. Yeah.
So I was actually given a link to the Netflix. I've never opened it because when I saw that, I thought, I'm not watching that shit.
And I feel bad for anybody. I feel bad for anybody who had to review it.
Well, the
That's the
fact
reason-
they gave it a thumbs up was the first problem.
No, I'm talking about like YouTube commentators who call out this woke bullshit, like that Star Wars girl. I'm pretty sure I think she had to watch it. He had to watch it and review it because I know. And again, I'm talking about those
She's
people.
a laugh, though, isn't she? But I don't think you really had to like review it that much by like the front sort of poster artwork of like 5 or 6.
Because they changed it. Yeah, they changed it.
Oh right. Because like
No, because
I remember
the original post they put up is like they said, "Whoop, we're getting in trouble for this," so they changed the poster. But they made it more sexual.
Right. Well, all I saw there was like 5 or 6 like little lasses. It looked like they was just about to do some strip tease dance on the stage. Sort of shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, well.
And then again, it's kind of ironic that there's one person who knew about all the horrible stuff that goes on in Hollywood. Stephen Fallon knew all that stuff was going on. He knew about all of it. It's crazy. All those jokes that we saw on Family Guy, he knew everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it was well known. It'd been in many shows, dude. That's the thing. It's like, holy shit. And that's why, like, the insanity that's happening today, why it makes so much sense when you look at the world as fucked up as it is.
And you got the woman, is it Gillian, in prison, and apparently the children that she doled out to these people, not a single person has been charged.
Yeah.
Of course, because some of these people are very, very powerful.
I think it's Gillian Maxwell, and she's in prison. But who did she dole these people out to? Not a single person.
Did the crimes to the children. They're not behind bars, but she is. The madam is behind bars, but not the rest.
Yeah, well, because I'm pretty sure they needed someone to take the fall for them. I'm pretty sure they did.
Oh yeah.
But they keep.
Well, you know, we already knew
they're
how
keeping
fucked
that
up
pretty
Hollywood
tight-lipped.
is, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, once again, these are people who have money, power, and influence, so they could just so they could basically just bribe other people.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, how can you charge her with this, but have no other people?
Yeah, where's the whole syndicate of people that were involved?
It's like if you're trafficking children to these people, and that's what you got caught for doing, and that's what you're in prison for doing, where are the people?
Yep.
Yeah, you should be the head of the court, sort of like prosecutor. Peabody. I'm voting for Mr. Peabody to bring Lee Maxwell to justice. And,
Right.
Yeah, go on, Mr. Peabody.
Damn
But
right.
all I'm saying is like, how can you charge someone with that and not have?
Yeah, but also, yeah, sorry, but if you're also planning to like bring someone else in, I can probably dip out. Thanks for having me on, though.
Oh, dude, I hold up to 10 people, so.
Are you sure you're using the normal background? I figure you only had the free version of.
No, I just don't fuck with it that much. I mean, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I just I pay for the upgraded. Yeah. Yeah, no, Prime, yeah, no, he wasn't able to. But yeah, no, I can have up to 4 more people.
Oh, okay, I see. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because I know I've got StreamYard free. I've got StreamYard free.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, I appreciate. I mean, respect. You know, thank you. Yeah, respect, man. But yeah, no, I'm good. I've got the I've got the upgraded. So, but
and
we do like your
take care, man. It's like go well.
Yeah. And if you let me plug a couple of things you don't mind.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be doing, this is going to be the last time I'm going to be doing it for the month. I've been doing this month-long series called Friday Night Biohazard, where I play some type of zombie game, and I've been playing Left 4 Dead 2 the whole month on Twitch, on Xbox, and I'm going to be doing it for the last time this Friday. And of course, I have my own open mic series called Talking Xenobites, but it's like, again, it's horror themed since it's October. The usual thing is called Talking Pinheads, like, you know, that joke in SpongeBob. And why I call it Talking Xenobites, I made a joke on the actual Hellraiser character, Pinhead. So there you go with that. Look forward to that every Saturday at 5 p.m. If anyone wants to come on, you can. Doors open.
All right. Thank you.
So I see you guys then. We can just talk about a bunch of horror-themed stuff and bring it up. Heck, even since it's going to be close to Halloween, dress up if you want to. And of course, it'll also be mostly hosted by. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. By this handsome devil, Dr. Ian Vandenberg. He's a persona I created around this Play Dr. costume I got a couple years ago, which ironically enough, I actually was hoping that somebody was gonna get offended by it because we were in the midst of the pandemic. I just thought it would be funny to dress up as one.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, I got it from Spirit Halloween, so it's not the greatest. I mean, I could probably get like something cooler to help him like adapt to the modern times or something, and still have the mask or whatever. But that'll probably come next year, maybe.
Very relevant for nowadays. I like it.
Yeah. But thank you guys for having me on. I'll see you guys later.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks for coming.
You take care. It's great to meet you. He's a nice guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's one that I met.
Bought a
I'm
cape.
sure it was from
Superman cape?
Mike from Pacific 414. Yeah.
I bought a cape.
Okay. Yeah, no, he's a nice guy. I like it.
Greg
bought a cape. He says
he bought a cape.
Yeah.
He bought a cape. Yeah.
A cape.
Somebody's going to get bit. Oh, it's a vampire one. He's Dracula. You got the teeth as well.
But be warned, Because if you bite somebody from Transylvania and you're sucking on their blood, that means you've got trans blood in you.
Oh, tish.
It's all right, Orla Greg. Come down to Australia. You'll get bit real quick.
Yeah, you won't do the biting. Someone will bite you.
Mhm.
Dear. Yeah, well, I expect Halloween will be the same this year. Buy some sweets and no one will come round. The way it's been the past few years. They don't go out anymore, do they?
I don't think so, man. We haven't had any either, even here, because I used to deck out the house and everything, and then it got to how it is, like I was saying, dude, like 49 degrees, so 6 degrees Celsius, Peabody, is the weather now. And that's the thing, like Monday, so it's going to be this cold for Halloween, so I can't really blame them.
Yeah, but it's normally cold. I mean, it used to be cold back in my day, but you're just running around having fun. It didn't bother you. But
and they made it earlier and stuff. They changed the time, so like it's not like all night anymore and all this weird stuff. So, but after the pandemic, I don't think anything ever really recovered. That being one of the things, just normal shit like that. Even so,
I think just before the pandemic, it started going quiet, and I noticed that hardly any kids, if any, would come round.
Australia's been trying to drag in the whole Halloween thing for over 15 years, and it's never taken. It's just if you go into the shops, do you see Halloween themes? Yes. Do you see Halloween costumes? Yes. But it's never really taken in Australia.
The thing is, it's an Irish festival that America adopted as a holiday event. So, I guess that's probably why it didn't catch on. But I used to love it. Things change. I guess kids would rather be playing their PS, 5s now, whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
Watching TikTok videos and spending their mum and dad's money on DLC. So, not like it used to be.
No, they literally are trying to live a digital life. Again, we've had, there's been studies in colleges where people thought that the fucking world literally saw in black and white. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah, when did we start seeing color? I'm like, damn, I remember a movie.
They had colored film in the 20s.
I remember a movie called
Just
Gone with the Wind that was actually filmed in black and white, and they colored it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they did have color film. It's just very expensive, and they wouldn't use it. They just used it
back when shows were shot in true color, gentlemen. Yes.
But don't forget, like the films that were actually filmed in black and white, the distinction of color was better in the black and white.
Yep.
I mean, they used to make the makeup.
That's why they did. Was it Schindler's List?
Yeah, Schindler's List was done deliberately in black and white.
Yeah.
But it was the makeup as well, and the definition, the lights and things like that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, so perhaps it's best that they didn't colorize it because they look fucking awful nowadays.
Well, I think the only thing they colorized was the girl in the red dress.
That was literally the one clip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 80s was it with
Liam
the
Neeson.
Elephant Man?
Oh,
He did it then.
William Hurt.
Yeah, and then
No,
they did
not-
it. I think it was
not
the
William
90s
Hurt.
version in this list. John Hurt.
John Hurt. Yeah. I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
they're not related. They're not related, but yeah.
But yeah. But once again, they took it back to black and white, because
Which is bold for those days because everything was color. They didn't
everything
think
was
of
color,
capturing.
and but as a photographer, you know that the distinction of the colors is actually better in black and white than it actually is in color.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I mean is the definition.
Yeah, I used to take a lot of pictures of my kid in black and white when she was first
Yeah.
born rather than color. Yeah.
Come on, DJ D, say something.
He's feasting.
He is feasting. It's that time of year where he's got to keep his strength up. He could be doing something, You don't know. He could be making dinner or something. He'll say something when he's got something to say.
Yeah,
Sure.
in
Yeah.
between in between bites.
In between bites and sucking. Have they done any black and white films recently? I don't know. Can't think, no.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know of any recent ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
What have they done?
Well, they did. Even though it was in that strange black and white but with colour, Sin City.
Oh, that was more of
that
a
was
cartoony
yeah, that
thing,
was
though,
that was
wasn't it?
that was
That was
both that was
yeah,
both
that's supposed to
colours.
be like cartoon panels. Yeah.
Yeah, but it had like it was filmed like a can, but it was mainly black and white though.
Oh
it had,
yeah,
like,
It was mainly black and white because what they're trying to emphasize
Oh,
was
you mean
the
like,
weird colours of the guy.
yeah, you mean
But
yeah,
you are right.
mean-
Sin City,
yeah.
I love that movie.
There
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that one Peabody that I think Odin was talking about too, where it was, I think, a foreign film. They didn't speak English. It was a black and white film. It was shot in black and white, and that's been in the last couple of years. But I can't remember the name of it. But I thought it was one of them that he was covering. Because you and I were like, I wonder how that's going to do in this day and age. You know, a black and white shot film. That's been a couple of years ago, but still, that's the only one that comes to mind really out of recent. Besides,
But but Sin City wasn't actually filmed in black and white. It was actually filmed in dull colors. So they dulled down the colors, but they emphasized different colors.
Yeah, like the guy that was the pedo, the yellow.
Yeah. The guy that was a pedo.
And then when
especially
Mickey Rourke blew out his brains and things like that. Yeah. Not Mickey Rourke, Bruce Willis. Yeah.
Yeah, but Bruce Willis and it's like and Jessica Alba was amazing in that film.
Yeah, sure. I've only seen it once, but yeah, it was quite a good film actually. It's just one of those films you see it once and you don't really need to see it again.
Oh, dude, there's that one. And Jamie Kill for.
But it was a companion film because there was two directors actually going off against each other, and the other film was Planet Terror, I think.
Well, I don't know, but yeah, that's a good film, Mark.
There was two films at the same time, and the two directors were actually playing off each other. So one was Sin City, and the other one was Planet Terror, and both movies had Bruce Willis in it. And but Planet, I'm pretty sure it was Planet Terror, and she had the AR-15 as a leg.
Yeah,
like the Grindhouse films. Yeah, Machete.
Yeah.
No,
it was Planet Terror because they released.
No, I'm saying the Grindhouse films are like Machete. All those sort of films.
Oh, yeah.
With a shotgun. You know, with
Yeah. Because they released two films, Death Proof with Kurt Russell in.
Oh yeah. I've started watching that. I can't get into it. I do like Hobo with a shotgun.
Yeah. I say something with Death Proof. It has one of the most cheesiest endings. It's one of them where the film's serious. Serious as can be with some kind of stunt driver.
Psychotic stunt driver.
Yeah, who's got a death-proof car. Yeah, it's as serious as you can be with that. But then at the end, it just proper goes spoof eater.
I haven't seen the end yet, mine, so I don't want spoilers. I know it's been out for a few years. I'm joking.
Yeah, well, I'm saying don't watch it. Don't watch the end.
I got on DVD. I started watching it, and then I get to the bar scene, and I just get a bit bored of it. But I do, as I said, I like Hobo.
Oh, it's boring. It is boring. That film, right, is more talking than cars smashing. And
I don't mind dialogue in films, but they're just literally getting drunk and talking shit.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But you call a film Death Proof, and it's about a stunt. I thought, this dude's going to be going solving around beating up criminals in a fucking death-proof car, where he just goes smashing into things. Where he does go smashing into things, but it wasn't the sort of shit. But anyway, you see like 2 car crashes and a little fight scene at the end, but the rest is just talking.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of it to make an opinion.
No, but you won't do because there's a lot of talking and you get bored to fuck. Have you seen Birdman?
Yeah, I mean, all right. I got bored with that bar
Birdman
scene.
sucks. But I will tell you about a movie that I saw recently, which was released in 2022. It's called The Northman, and don't bother. It's fucking boring as fucking shit.
Yeah, but it's got some good action scenes in it. Unlike with Death Proof and Birdman.
Few in between.
Yeah, but they do some. No, but there is sort of like more storyline than action.
Crap movie. It's a crap movie.
Well, no, it's not a crap movie. What it is people pumped it up, didn't they? Because the last time they saw masculine action was back in the 80s with Commando. And so everyone was like, oh, it's great. Oh, you think oh, it's great. Oh. And so everyone thinks, when I thought, oh, yeah, it's pretty good, but
it was a shit.
It's not as good as Accident Man still, but.
No, it was a shit movie. It's boring as fuck. It takes forever. I think what you're talking about is you like the sex scenes. It's like the sex scenes don't even count.
No, I don't even remember the sex scenes in it apart from.
Of course you don't.
No. Because like I remember the action bits in it. There is there's some good
action scenes suck.
Well, that's a matter of opinion. But I thought it was a matter of opinion. It was masculine. It was masculine as fuck.
The Northman is like I'm assuming we're talking about the same movie, but the action scenes don't counter the fact that it's a boring movie.
Well, that's because the fucking have to make boring films for people who are like, oh, I don't want to see too much action. I can't follow it. Oh, it was just fighting all the time. Well, anyway,
I fell asleep 3 times during the movie.
Yeah, well, it's not one of the best fucking like barbarian sort of Viking films I've ever seen, but it was fucking half decent. It had some masculine bits in it, but yeah, a bit of a boring sort of storyline. But as I say, they just thought like we'll go a bit arty farty for the fucking. But
no,
Death Proof.
No, you are true. That's true.
Is more boring.
They went arty farty, and yeah, it just, to me, that's just a movie that it just failed.
It was masculine enough to entertain me, but with Death Proof though, that is just fucking boring. And it's got fucking.
I agree. It's like but
I prefer fucking
what you're talking about is like the old 80s movies and everything like that. Action. And they tried to bring that back, and they tried to bring it back with the Viking. And the series Vikings was actually a decent series. But this movie was just crap.
Well, my opinion, but I prefer it to fucking Death Proof, because at least you saw some action scenes in it where with Death Proof, it was mainly 2 car crashes, and as I say, a fucking end scene that is so corny.
Sorry, Death what? Sorry?
Death Proof. The one with Kurt Russell, where he's a stunt driver with a car that he's pretty much death-proof in it, because he is designed for stunt drivers to crash and that and keep them alive.
No, it had a different name here. and I think you're talking about Jason Statham.
No, you're probably thinking of oh shit, the one where he's in
Death
cars
Race.
and that.
Death
No,
Race.
not Death
Yeah, Death
Race.
Race.
No.
No, Death Proof.
I watched that the
Um,
other day. Death Race 2000. God, it still holds up.
Yeah,
Still a great film.
yeah. Have you seen Death Race 2?
I've seen Death
No,
Race. I haven't seen
um,
Death Race 2.
I've seen
Yeah,
the ones that
don't-
he's going on about with it's got Matt Goss or Luke Goss. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
But
Yeah,
you talk
they're
about
all right. I quite like
talk
those.
about Kurt Russell.
Yeah, no, the Kurt Russell one is like a grindhousey sort of style film. But
Yeah,
yeah, no,
exactly.
the original Death Race is still the best. Death Race 2000.
Oh yeah. Well, it's got Stallone in.
Yeah, yeah. It's a funny film. They did another one. Literally, I can't remember when it came out now. It's got Malcolm McDowell in Death Race 2050 by Roger Corman as well. So, I haven't seen that one. It looks a bit
I don't know.
low.
In that case, I don't know what movie he's talking about with Kurt Russell. Which one?
It was like a range of films they did.
Yeah, Adam, can you bring it up? Death Proof film with Kurt Russell in, just to show, it might jog his memory, like the
shit,
like
Death.
poster out.
Yeah, Death
all
Proof.
right.
Kurt
Yeah.
Russell. So
It's shit though. Honestly, the reason why I watched that film was it was Tarantino. Because if it had been Tarantino, I'd have been like
Tarantino
Otto.
sucks.
No,
Yeah, well,
Death Proof from 2007.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
Tarantino doesn't suck.
He does.
Yeah.
He sucks badly.
Doesn't.
that film does though.
Well, everyone's
It-
got to have a stinker.
Probably
That's
Jackie Brown's probably better than Death Proof.
Jackie Brown's a fantastic film.
I
do like Jackie Brown. That is a great film. Pamela Greer. Absolutely. Yeah. Reservoir Dogs. It's probably my favorite of his. I do like that one.
I
Not
don't
being
know.
so-
I reckon Inglorious Bastards.
I was
is
just
mine.
about to say I'm not too keen on Inglorious Bastards. And
No, that's real good.
right.
Even though it's fucking like proper
I think
unrelated.
the original
to-
one is better. And I haven't seen all the original one, but what I've seen of it is better. So
No, well, yeah, they say like for historical facts, it's probably not the best.
Oh
of
no,
films.
it's not. No, obviously it's not.
No.
But as a take your brain out war film, because I think he wants to do every genre. I think one of his last films would be sci-fi, or his last film, whatever. You know. But no,
Didn't he say he was only going to do 9 films?
10.
10.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There is one, and I think he'll still because he'll be one of them where fucking they all say, "Oh yeah, oh."
Did he do the Kill Bill ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Kill Bill as well. I like those.
They're, well, they're stylized, but they're terrible.
I know, but
action
they're good
films.
films. They all good music in and that. So, you know.
But no, Tarantino's not my favorite. Yeah.
No, I know. Reservoir Dogs. That's the best he's done. Excuse me.
Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs. I thought I said dogs.
Well, you did. Yeah, we were being polite.
Yeah,
we weren't going to correct.
but Reservoir Dogs is like not bad, but every other film he's done, no interest. Is like, did he do the other one with John Travolta and
Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction. Did he do that one?
Yeah.
No interest in watching that at all. Yeah.
You don't like Pulp Fiction?
I've never watched it.
seen it.
You've never seen Pulp Fiction? Wow. I mean, they're his early films.
Yep, I saw Pulp Fiction, then I saw Reservoir Dogs, The Kill Bills.
Oh, I saw.
I
I saw a
Django
film
Unchained.
called
Natural Born Killers. My path to me, boy.
I saw a film called
You're a
Killing
natural born
Zoe,
killer.
years
Oh,
ago.
Natural
where
Born
he
Killers. That's. I didn't even watch that. I watched the first 5 minutes of it and turned it off. Yeah.
I haven't seen all of it, but what I've seen, I quite enjoyed it. But no, I saw
Fucking
a film-
hell.
Well, you were just admitted to the same thing as I did. It's like you didn't watch all of it, but you watched some of it and thought,
No, I didn't say I felt the same way as you. I just said I haven't watched all of it. I didn't say I just said I haven't watched all of Natural Born Killers. I will get around to it one day. So no, I didn't say the same thing.
I didn't get through the first 5 minutes. Yeah.
No, it's not that. I just
I'm with Mr. Peabody on this one because at least Mr. Peabody knew in 5 minutes, like, oh yeah, I'm not going to watch this. Because you still don't know if you're still going to watch it because you said, oh yeah, you are, but are you? Is it going to be one of them films?
But are you?
Yeah. Well, is it? Because it could be one of them films where you say you're going to watch it, but you never do. Yeah.
Well, if it's on the TV when I walk past one day when I'm making a coffee, I might sit down and watch the rest of it. But it's not high on my list to watch.
No, it's gonna be on your gravestone. You've never finished watching.
Well, it's like Animal. Understand this? Like there was a film that that Odin kept on saying is one of his guilty pleasures, and I didn't get through 5 minutes of that film either. And that was a shit film. So
what was
I got through the first 5 minutes and thought, I'm not watching this fucking
film.
crap.
It was so hyped back in the day. It was
What
just
film?
like ruined
What
for
film?
me, so couldn't be bothered.
What film?
I can't remember what the name of the film was.
What happens in it?
Well, a simple one is Odin hated Bumblebee and Peabody liked it.
Yeah,
I liked
I
Bumblebee.
didn't mind it.
I thought
I didn't
it was
mind
a
Bumblebee.
decent movie. Yeah, I mean,
my mum likes that one. It was on the other day.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
it's
a
not,
chick
it's
flick.
not, yeah, it's not a bad movie at all. I thought it was the perfect reboot movie, to be honest with you. I thought that one would play well into a good reboot of a live action of the cartoon series, in my opinion. But
No, it's just one of those films you see once and you don't really need to see again. You know.
yeah, but if it's on if it's on the on demand or whatever, it's one of the free to airs and it's playing, I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, but it was on TV literally the other day. She was watching it. I've already seen it, so I just like, yeah, I can't be bothered to watch it. So. Yeah,
but
no, it's,
no, I'm trying to think of the name of the movie.
Oh, there's so many though, dude. That's why I couldn't even specifically say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone has the films that they start watching that they can't watch.
But it was like it's one of those movies that was it was actually a bad movie and it had bad reviews, but he said it was so bad that it was actually good.
You get the bad films that are good.
Movies and shit. Wasn't it the ones past that?
Loads of films that are bad, but they're good.
But and this fact is like between me and Odin, it's like we watch different things, and so I understand. It's like, okay, well, and we like different things, but I don't like Tarantino, and but that's just me.
I went
Yeah. You like films you don't like.
Theaters, man. I was like,
I don't like female action films.
Yeah.
Well, usually I don't like female action films, but Escape from Planet Terror, I didn't mind because it was like a bit bullshitty and that, and so.
It's the air freshener that's in my car that Nick Utam from World Class Bullshitters gave me as the chick from that movie.
Yeah.
The air freshener in my car.
It is, man.
Oh, wait there, though. I've just remembered a Tarantino film, and all which I don't like, which could be number one, is Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes, very good film. None of the other ones after it.
The
But,
only
I
good
saw
thing about that
cinema.
movie,
Yeah, you see some tits in
was
that.
Selma Hayek. The only good thing about that movie.
No,
Hey,
I went and
Cheech
watched it.
Marin
at
was
the cinema.
really
That was
good.
great, that film. Yeah, that was good. I forgot. And he's fucking in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
That is
small role.
yeah, that is a good film. Very small part. Yeah.
No, it's all. Is in it for half the film?
I know, I was joking.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, it was sarcastic, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, we were
That's
joking.
all right. Yeah. Adam said it, and I said, yeah, very small part.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
you
you
say
said
Dustin
so,
Hoffman, it's like
very
the only thing I remember about that movie is Selma Hayek's body. It's like
I'm
it was
sure you
amazing.
do. Most
Passed
people
out
do.
after watching her dance. She
And this is
turned
why you
into
don't like.
vampirus, and that was it. Peabody passed out. He's like,
Yeah, from exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why Mr. Peabody doesn't like fucking. What was it? The fucking. The Northman, because Selma Hayek's body wasn't in it.
No, I didn't like
She
the
was the
Northman.
best part of those Adam Sandler movies.
I didn't like
too.
the Northman because it just lacked everything.
What's
Well,
that
it
you
wasn't as
said,
good as
Adam?
Accident Man 2. Because I've seen
Again?
Accident Man 2. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop
I
it
haven't.
as Accident Man because I've never seen Accident Man.
No, he loves this
No,
accident.
you never fucking will do that because it's too masculine. If you don't like the Northman, you're not going to like Accident Man.
Yeah, I'm just too female for you.
No, you just like too much of like looking at women instead of men
wrong with
doing
that?
masculine fighting. No, but there's some dudes I don't like to look at masculine men fighting, and so they rather look at women. And so if you want to watch them films, you're all right. That's, well, I'll tell you that.
You've got his permission, Mr. P.
Y-
Lucky you.
Well, you don't need my
No,
permission because
Just
it's like,
let
yeah,
him go.
you,
Let him go. Yep.
yeah, as long as you don't tell me what films I can watch, I'm not going to tell you what films you can watch.
No, it's all personal choice. I mean, we
No,
discussed this before. I like Red Sonja, and you
correct.
don't.
Because I mean, like Adam knows that I prefer different
Movies that make
movies.
him ball.
Yeah,
Mm.
and The Northman is like I fell asleep 3 times watching that movie. 3 times. That tells you I wasn't really that interested, but
No, but it does. I mean, it could be what you feel like watching in the night. One night I could feel like watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. The next night I could want to watch The Dirty Dozen or something like that. Or the next night a horror film. So it's as much as what you want to watch as.
But what
You
I'm
don't feel
saying
like-
is like the Northman actually had good stars in it. Good stars. And the acting was just fucking crap.
They weren't given anything to work with. I expect they had a tight
No, it's,
script and things like
I
that.
mean you had well, he can help me out with the stars in this. It had Nicole Kidman. It had it had a bunch of stars in it.
I thought this was about Vikings.
It was, yeah.
So it had Nicole Kidman in it. A
It had
well-known,
Nicole Kidman. It had
well-known Norwegian warrior. Yeah, okay.
no, what's the guy's name from the main guy from Platoon?
William Dafoe.
Yeah, it had him in there.
Yeah. Yes, 13th
and,
Warrior is very good, Greg. I do like that one.
and it had a few other people in there, but the acting was just shit. It was absolute shit.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it.
Well, don't watch it because it's crap.
But I just said this a second ago. You don't always feel like the same thing. And what other people don't like, you might like. As I said, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang one night. Hellraiser the next night. It could be anything. And it could be a bad film and you might like it. It's all personal taste. Because Adam doesn't
that's
like...
what I already said. It's personal taste. I said it was my personal taste.
Yeah. But Adam isn't too keen on Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett, whereas I love it. So, it's all personal taste. And Jens likes
and
Andor
the last
Accident Man.
Accident Man 2. Yeah, that's the one. How could I
Well,
forget?
Accident Man one is good though because I was saying Adam said it was for free. You can watch it for free, but Adam still hasn't seen it.
I wouldn't want to watch it for free. It's like, but Andor, even like the last episode was not crash hot.
We enjoyed it. Me and Adam.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the
we
building
enjoyed it.
that was done. Shit.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. We're
It
looking
was
forward
not
to the
shit,
fact that
but
we've
it's
still
like
got another
it was
5
not,
episodes.
It was not crash hot. Yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah. It's filling in stuff, and that's what I like. It's not going boom lightsabers, boom
So
stormtroopers.
you're talking about Andor episode 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's not doing all that every week, and I like that.
Last
like
week
to
we
see-
see him get arrested and go in front of the
Yeah.
judge, and then we get to see him actually go to
And
jail.
now he's in
and-
prison working on the chain gang.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have to beat anyone up in prison?
No, he didn't have to be.
Ah, well, I'm a bit with Mr. Peabody on this one.
Well, you get
You know what
electrocuted if you fall out of line instantly and you have no shoes.
Yeah, they don't allow footwear, which is
You work
strange.
12-hour shifts.
But you get 12 hours off.
Well, there still should have been some fight scene in prison just to like show.
No, we had a
like,
suicidal guy instead.
Yeah, a guy stepped on the floor, which is electrified, as Adam said. So he got burnt to a
Yeah.
crisp. And they didn't take him away till the next morning. How bad is
Ain't
that?
no left his ass. Like the dude said,
Yeah.
we're gonna be smelling him all night.
They probably
Oh,
made
fuck.
him carry it out as well. You know? Good
Had
lord.
me dying. I was like, man. I
Now-
was like, all right.
Yeah, it sounds like training for the FEMA camps.
Yeah. No, we're talking about episode 8. Episode 7 was last week.
No, this
Oh
episode
no,
7 I
I've only watched episode 7.
Yeah, is 7. You did this earlier. It
'Cause
is on
I
episode
watched-
7 at the moment.
Let's see. It just pulled up 8.
So I haven't seen him in prison at all.
Yeah, the episode that we just watched was episode 8.
Oh, is I thought it was 7. Okay, well, my bad then.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Oh,
episode
God, we've-
7 was the one, and then he's at the vacation spot. That was
Well,
last.
so that means we've only got 4 episodes left instead of 5. Oh, for
Yeah.
fuck's- I thought it. Okay, I thought it was episode 7 I just watched. Okay, my bad. That's shit.
Yeah, no, we
We've only
watched
got
7
4
last
episodes
week.
left.
This week is the actual him in the dude. This episode builds on everything. It builds on the Empire. It touches everything. But he hasn't seen
Oh,
it yet.
good.
Neither
Okay,
has
well,
DL.
yeah. So we're all right. So we're talking about a different episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
so you're
last
talking about
week's
the episode the
episode
week
we liked, too.
before. Oh, I see. Where he goes back to
Yeah.
his mum,
Yep.
who
And
abducted
then
him.
she warns him, and at the end, what she warned happened, and the KS-09 picked his ass up to the wall like a
Yeah.
hangman.
Yeah. Oh, so he hasn't seen this episode yet. Oh god.
No, he
sorry,
hadn't seen the one we
spoilers.
just watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
good. Yeah,
he
it's-
missed most of the stuff we talked about earlier, but yeah, I really like. So far to me, this is the best series they've made. And if
It's great.
because we get 12 episodes,
No,
and then next year,
I think it's a great series. I do.
yeah.
I think if they keep this course and they don't change and go political or woke or anything like that, and they keep it, and it ends with season 2, like they say, where it's only going to be a 24 episode series done, and then you go to the movie. If it stays on course, this will be the best thing they've ever done, because the series and the movie will go hand in hand together and actually be a real functioning unit. Where it makes sense.
Did they actually say that this is actually going to be 24 series, 24
24
episodes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because it's
at Star Wars Celebration,
sets up the
season
arc
2's
for
coming
Rogue One.
out. Yeah, season 2's planned for 12 episodes as well, which will wrap up the series at 24. So yeah, which is cool, because that means
we're
then
enjoying
it
it at the
ends
moment.
with going right.
One
to the
thing I
movie.
forgot to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight to the movie. One thing I've got to say is that other girl who is in a relationship with the leader, the other lady.
Yeah.
She was a bit dark in this episode,
Oh yeah,
wasn't
she was. Yeah, I
She was
wasn't expecting
completely
all
different
that,
from. No, she's completely different from what she was in the
So
camp.
you talk about the Indian girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
The
really,
lesbian couple.
yeah, she's really not a nice person in this episode. Yeah, she's very.
No, Peabody might even shed a tear because she was pretty mean to her lesbian girlfriend, and I'm not joking.
Yeah,
that was hardcore
and
shit.
because I'm a big sook, yeah.
Yeah, but she wasn't a privy
Well, it's
to
the
what.
it's the sad moment. It's one of them anyway. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sad,
the
but she
heartbreaker
wasn't.
part.
She wasn't privy to what happened between everyone during and after the heist. But
Yep.
she seems to be the most affected by it and the darkest character now.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
weird.
Oh well. Perhaps she was like that before. I don't know, but she didn't act like that. As I said, with the camp, dressed Andor's wound and everything.
Well, that's
Seemed
the
a
thing,
bit-
though. All those people have been living together for months on end. Where we get there just when he gets there. So
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of stuff we don't know that we're just learning about those.
Well, yeah, but
characters now.
she
Yeah, 'cause
seemed
They
quite
were
hesitant.
training. They were
when-
training for a long time for the
Yeah.
mission, and then
Yeah,
Andor,
but she was hesitant in the communications room and things like that.
Yeah.
And then the last time we saw her, she was escaping on that homemade speeder
Cycle.
bike
Yeah.
type thing. Yeah. And now she's like a completely different person.
Yeah.
Don't know what
yeah,
happened
she
to her.
is.
Yeah, maybe something happened to her on the way. Don't know. Or it's just the fact that she found out all these guys died and it just turned her. I don't know. We'll find out. To be repeated. We shall see. But yeah. So looking forward to the fact we've got a few more episodes, and then we'll have to wait till next year for anything, which is The Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah, like I said, I still don't know why we're not getting Boba Fett before that because it debuted last December.
I expect that might be summertime, and then we'll get Andor the year after, probably in the new year, I expect. They're not very good with their release schedules, are they? They just seem to
No.
fill it with a lot of crap in between. and
Well,
make
it
us
didn't
wait
help.
for
I mean, I
anything
didn't really
decent.
do any research either. But yeah, like we were finding out today, I just assumed at episode 8 that was going to be the finale because I would have been like we said, this would have been a good finale. Last week's episode I liked. Apparently Peabody didn't like it, but we both enjoyed the hell out of it. So,
Well, it doesn't need an action-packed finale because they're setting up stuff.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Mr. Peabody,
heist
put your
was
fingers in
pretty
your
much-
ears because I need to say spoilers.
Yeah.
Right now, put your fingers in your ears. I've warned you because Saw Gerrera's in it, and
Yeah.
so they're setting up other plots. Mon Mothma's doing her thing. Luther, whatever his name is, doing his stuff, and obviously, and Cassian's in prison at the moment. So that would have been a
And
good
the
way.
ISO lady's doing her thing, and the dude
yeah.
from Coruscant's trying to get to Cassian. And there's just, I mean, it is a fucking mystery sci-fi fucking done right, man. I mean, again, when I came across that video with Moise talking, it just happened to be last week, but it just was so fitting. I couldn't help but open with that. And that's the thing. I feel they did. This is something again they did right. So I'm enjoying it. It doesn't feel that it's going too far, in any direction other than it made me build more of an opinion on the character that before I didn't even give a shit about.
Yeah. He's pretty much a throwaway character, and
Yeah.
Hi Nelson. There's
Hey,
not enough
Nelson.
Star Wars horror porn. You're right. Okay, Star Wars horror porn. I wouldn't mind if they brought out that horror one they did with the zombies. What's it called? Oh God, the book. That'd be quite good as a TV show.
Evil Dead.
Hey?
Like
Talk
Evil
about
Dead.
Evil.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Star Wars horror one they did. They brought out Terror Troopers or horror, something like that. Death Troopers. It was called Death Troopers. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they made like a series of that or something. But then you'd have to have Han Solo in it. Well, it was. Han Solo and Chewie were in it. So yeah, Death Troopers, something like that. That'd be quite good. Yeah, for horror. I don't know about the porn bit.
Well, I mean, I'm just sitting there thinking, hey, we could use this lightsaber to take care of that abortion problem, and then they, use it. But unfortunately, they forgot it. It goes right through her, cuts her in half. Problem solved, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Dr. Evans Van way. Good lord. Evil. I don't think they're quite that evil to do abortions like that.
No, but I mean, I was just excited. We get 4 more episodes. We get another month of this, so it made me happy.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to serve 6 years. I don't know how he's going to get broken out or what's going to happen, but yeah, I don't quite. I think that might.
The way he was watching everything when he got booked in was my main thing. Like, I was really watching the room. He was.
Oh yeah, he does that all the time. But it's a pretty solid. It's a pretty solid security thing there, isn't it? Because there's no guards; they're separate because they have the floor.
Yep.
Like they say, it's like Wedlock. That film Wedlock. They got the collars. They can blow your head off, do whatever.
Yep.
So. They have that sort of get up there. They got no shoes on, so they're not insulated on the floors or everything. And they are in the guard station, I seem to notice. So, yeah. And not even the people at Andy Serkis, who are the trustees. They don't even have access to boots. So it'd be interesting to see how he got out, unless he made some boots, but there's not really any way to do it.
No, and I mean, we're only 30 days in. That's the best part. Like, we just had a time skip of a month.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're under constant surveillance. You just can't do a thing. So God knows how he'd escape.
So we've seen him kind of build his way. His team was doing good. So it's like, oh, all right. Because again, like we talked about the Peabody's gone. The whole food, if you get flavor, if you're the top, you get flavor food.
Well, the old guy is the weakest link in the group, isn't he? And you've already seen that because he couldn't get the bit round the right way and he couldn't lift it. He's pretty much the weakest link, and he would be in an escape because he probably involved the whole team.
Yep.
And yeah, he'd probably end up getting the one who falls and whatever and sets off all the alarms. Yeah, it'd be interesting. But I don't think, they'll make him serve 6 years. So it'd be interesting to see what the jawbreak is. And that'll more than likely be this season rather than next season.
Well, because I don't even know. I mean, we know a little bit of the time frame, but again, because Rogue One was titled the Star Wars story, it's, in that time frame, but that's it. That's all that we got. So, it's kind of, we don't know where they're starting this time frame from. I haven't done the research or anything. How far is the beginning of this till we get to the movie? Obviously 24 episodes, but yeah, we once we get that,
I think he spends a few years being an operative for the Rebel Alliance, and as I said earlier, he's more of an assassin than an operative. I think he spends a bit more time with the horrors of war because he's killed a lot of people, which is what he says in Rogue One, and he does.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think this will be the 24 episodes. I don't think it will cover the arc right up to Rogue One. It might cover up to where he's doing a few missions, and then there'll be like a year's gap or whatever, and then it'll go into Rogue One. It'll just, the not evolution, but devolution of someone's soul for what he becomes, and then he finds his salvation at the end of the Rogue One with Jyn Erso. So we'll see. I'm probably wrong. I often am.
I want to see what happens with the girl that they're about to interrogate.
Oh, yeah.
They killed her boyfriend couple seasons or a couple episodes back.
Yeah. Well, they're not exactly kid gloves when they interrogate people, as we know.
Yeah, no shit.
So I expect she's going to be traumatized, and she doesn't have any real information, though.
No, I mean, other than she knows where the radio was to get what's his name.
Yeah, and they send like Morse code.
Yeah,
that's all she knows, and they've already shut down the that particular contact, so that's gone.
Which was smart. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, unless Luther listens again. Then the ISB will probably try and track it, but I doubt it. I don't know. Yes,
I still like the ISB. I like the lady's journey that we're getting because I felt she got shafted back a couple episodes ago, back when that dude wouldn't just give her the fucking report.
I think that's the way the ISB works, though, because everyone wants to be the top dog
Yeah.
and have all the praise and everything, and they're backstabbing each other, which is the way they are in the Imperials. They're like corporate, aren't they? So,
Well, welcome to I was gonna say welcome to every corporation we've all
Yeah.
ever worked for, but yes. Yeah.
so they're literally doing the same thing as the corporations and as the imperial bureaucrats and everything would have been. So, yeah. But I've said many times before, I love all this backstory stuff and how everyone works and behind the scenes, and it's not all stormtroopers and lightsabers, as I say.
Yeah.
Seems
I'm
to be my-
enjoying the world building because after the movie, I never really paid any more attention to it or thought about it again.
Well, no.
Except for we got
You
the
see-
announcement of the series, and I thought, why? And like I said, well,
Yeah.
I'll give it a chance.
Well, you
and
see
was
Jeddah,
surprised.
you see Jeddah and Scarif, and that's pretty much it. But in this film, you've seen Coruscant, all the other planets, which I can't remember the names of. And the one that he's
This
on now, the
crazy prison planet,
Yeah. Narissa or Noriska 5 or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. It shows there's more of a world out there rather than Hoth and Endor and all that sort of stuff, which is all great, but it's just nice to see there are other things out there in that big
What's
universe.
what we've been asking for. Show us something we haven't seen.
Yeah.
If you're gonna show us shit we've seen. Show us some of the other stuff we haven't seen.
Oh, and I expect there's still people moaning about it. And it's like, you
Oh,
are being shown different worlds, exactly the same as you were with The Mandalorian, Navarra, places like that. And you people moaned about that. Fuck off.
I just love this facility, man. Like legitimately, I like watching them look through the transport to try to figure out where the hell they are.
Yeah.
That dude telling them, breathe. This might be the last fresh air you ever get.
Uh-huh.
Like that shit. I was like, damn. I was like, but
Yeah.
he's not wrong. And then, like I told you, the Irish dude that was in there or whatever the fuck he was, we were telling him, don't look at the date. The time doesn't matter. It's like, and he's not wrong at all because it's like, yeah, like they said, all our sentences got doubled while we were already in here for no reason. So it's like they control everything.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, dude. Felt very The Island, if you will.
Well, yeah, the look on the face when he's in the queue, he's
Yeah.
just like completely. It starts to dawn on him. Oh fuck, where am I? And this is going to be my life for the next 6 years. And then he gets snapped out of it. It's just like But now he's back. It seems to his old ways. He is working his bum off and things. But that he's working inside his mind, like you said, to try and find a way to escape.
Yep.
Which he'll have to get other people to help him, because that's the way he is anyway, even if they're disposable. So I expect we'll see some of that.
Yeah, be like Clint Eastwood in Escape from Alcatraz.
Yeah,
yeah,
man. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. He'll get a spoon. He'll get the other guys doing that, and then paper mache models and making the boat out of the Max. I think, that'd be actually, if they go along Escape from Alcatraz lines, that'd be fantastic.
His mates chops his fingers off because he's
Yeah,
not able to do any more painting. He gets his painting
yeah.
restrictions revoked.
Good film.
But yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool. Yeah, I don't know how he's just going to escape from this one because, as I said, it's got very.
I don't think he
very
knows how he's going to escape from it.
Well, the security's too tight. You have to get boots. The only way you can get boots is in the security office upstairs, which you can't get to. And like I said, it's more like Wedlock with a floor and the tags, things like that. So
yeah, man. Yeah, again, it's just they're building the world, man, and I didn't know I wanted this, but now after seeing it, it's like, yeah, I want this.
I know. It's amazing. I'm just reading Nelson the Psychopath's. I got him to talk my last interrogation by duct taping a Barney plush in the mouth, tying them down, blaring spy skills. Ooh, evil. And torturing the beans and Frank out of a potato peeler. Kevin Spacey. He'll get away with it.
Baldwin did.
Well, intentional discharge, with homicide. Amazing what you can get away with when you have enough money.
Yeah, right.
can literally
You
get away with
literally
murder.
can commit murder, boys and
You
girls.
literally can commit murder. Yeah, strange
That's
that.
Baldwin did.
Well, yeah, cheers for having us on your stream, Adam. And I said, yeah. And,
cheers, gents.
Yeah. Oh, see you later. I'll be doing
All right, take care, brother.
Yeah, well, I'll be doing the stream later on and that. So yeah, if you're finishing that, you want to pop on that.
All right,
Later
well,
on,
thank you.
it's Thursday now. It's 20 past 12.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a set time, and I only stream.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
He just goes when he goes.
If I'm still awake and you're live, I'll turn up. Oh, come on.
Yeah. Say yeah. Pop over.
All right, brother.
Take care.
Take care.
Just as long as it's not that bloody film he keeps on going on about. Sorry, did I say that out loud again?
Hey, at least again, he's something he's actually passionate about. He's enjoying it.
So, yeah, no, I'm only joking. I do like Jens.
Of course. Yeah. But that's the thing, man. It's good to be excited. Like again, I'm so excited. I really thought episode 8 was going to be it. And if this would have been the finale, I'd have been okay with it. If last week's would have been the finale, I'd have been okay with it. But I am really happy that we get at least another month of this, And then God knows.
Definitely. Absolutely. It's like I've got something to watch next week. I don't have to. Well, I wouldn't mind rewatching Book of Boba or Mandalorian, whichever season. But, it's nice to know I've got something new to watch.
Once I know whatever's coming out, because eventually I might go back and rewatch all of Mando. Because again, like I did enjoy, some of the first season. Second season, I didn't really enjoy as much as you did. There were parts that I liked out of it. But again, I don't really have any main complaints or anything. I just, was kind of wishing we'd see a little bit more. And I still feel that Boba Fett was fun. There were bits and it was a starting point. And you and I talked about some of the slower parts. But again, there was science behind like where people were talking about the scooters. And we didn't have problems with that. It's like, no, you're going to be in an area where
I said
it, so I was okay with a lot of the stuff that some people picked on. I was like, that's not really what was bothering me.
Well, no, I said the other week it's a badly done scene, yes, but it's in a city, village, town, whatever you want to call Mos Eisley, and it's not designed for speeders and technically swoops, speeder bikes, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
It's not designed for that, so therefore they do have to go to a certain speed, and there's a market on as well. So yes, it is a little bit too slow, but I can understand the logic between how fast they can go compared to how fast they want to go. Yeah, I can't say that it doesn't look a little bit slow, but there is a reason as well.
Oh yeah,
go Scooter Rangers.
Yeah. But again, that wasn't anything I had an issue with. Like some people just tore it apart. Like I had more of an issue, and I mean I know why they did it, but it's like I felt they were trying to justify why the Sand People were the way they were, and I'm thinking I didn't need any of that. I understood Jawas and Sand People.
I like the redemption arc side of it, and the fact is that the Sand People and the Jawas are the indigenous species on that planet.
Yep.
So, technically it's their planet. They have their culture, things like that. I mean, this goes back to the Rakatan Empire and the Old Republic and stuff like that. Way before that. So they've got a lot of history on that planet. And then the corporations come in, started mining. They came out from under the caves and things like that. And then all these people are building a world. And it's like, well, hold on, we were here first and we survived. So yeah, you can understand the way they would be. So.
Well, again, it was one of those things. Like I was saying, it's not anything I thought that I needed to see. I didn't need it. Like you were super excited about it. I was okay with it, and the train shit was funny. So I mean, like I found humor in some of it, and enjoyed parts differently than you did. But again, I don't have a problem with it itself, other than I think that's what the Boba Fett series was originally going to be, was Mando, and then it got chopped down to Mando, and then when Mando took off, because I really did enjoy that part, the Mando bits that we got in the Boba Fett, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool.
But the trains would make sense compared to using cargo ships and things like that because you transport it across land. There's no ocean, so you don't need ships. So therefore, you build a train network because it's only going from one settlement to the other. So that makes sense to me as well. You know.
Oh yeah. Well, it gave you your Western style of a series too.
Yeah. And who doesn't like fucking Boba Fett on a Rancor? For fuck's sake. Come on. You know. As far as I'm concerned.
Hey, he's got the pit, you know.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo probably brought tacos, so.
It was nice to see Danny Trejo in it as well. The day when he was on it was like, that's Danny Trejo. How fucking cool.
Yes.
Danny Trejo is in Star Wars.
Very good.
Yeah. And again,
He was promoting Taco Tuesday the other day.
Hell yeah.
That was good.
Yep.
That's good on
Trejo's
Dan.
Tacos, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, like you start talking positive about a Latino and DJ wakes up.
Yeah, well, I need to go for a wee.
No, I was
DJ
just
can
talking
talk
to the wife.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, I gotta keep doing that business stuff.
Yeah. It's all
Whatever
good,
it
man.
calls.
No, it's all good, my friend.
I
We're gonna
know.
wrap it up because our asses have been going for
At least 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a blast. The vampire has awoken, but we're going to be leaving you. Very fine people. We've had a blast. Thank you all for jumping in. Check everybody out. I will be on This Week in Bullshit tomorrow at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time on Justin Proper's channel. Right back here Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Friday Fun with Friends. And I don't know what's going on yet, if we're doing a Liars or not. Maybe I'll end up over on the men's room with the guys if they've got a show this week. Other than that, it'll be the same time, same place here, 4:20 Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday. Come check us out on Digital Distraction and come have fun with us on Double D because we've had fun.